What is up, my friends? How are we? It is another match day here on Anfield Agenda. Tonight it is Julian Lopetegui's West Ham that come to Anfield in the League Cup. We're going to go through the starting 11, which is confirmed on your screen there now. Of course, we're all trying to figure out exactly how we're going to play tonight, but it looks like we're going to play a little bit different with 4 attackers on anyway. We're trying to figure out where they're going to all be implemented, so we'll do our best to figure that out together as we go along. I'll go to the bench for you guys in a moment as well. A bit of news from the West Ham side. I believe that former Liverpool player Danny Ings starts tonight for West Ham. It's going to be interesting, right? I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And as always, I'm very grateful for you guys for being here with us. As you can see, it is a match day, which means we're being brought to you thanks to Manscaped. We'll get to that in a while. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good day so far. And it's miserable over here in Ireland. The weather is just... The summer's gone officially now. Today's the first day it really feels like the winter. Bonsoir, Craig. How'd you go with Vincent's? It wasn't Vincent's I was at, mate. It was James's. Not great, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. It's one of these... I basically found out I'm going to have to live with it for the rest of my life as it is. So, it is what it is. There are people with bigger problems in the world, Mark. And I'm going to just get on with it, as they say, mate. Just get on with it. Midfield looking weak. I mean, for the love of God, it's a League Cup game. What the fuck do you want them to do? Like, can we stop this shite already? It's a League Cup game. Do you want them to put the best midfield out there so they're injured in a week's time? Get over it. Come on now. Let's not start the negativity already. The midfield is what the midfield is. Let's just put up with it and hope that we can outscore them. I mean, where's Gravenberch? If Gravenberch was in this team, I'd be losing my mind. If Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai were in this team, I'd be losing my damn mind right now because there's no reason for them to be there. It's the League Cup game. We want to be rotating. We want to be resting. Brandon said, Craig, I don't want to say I told you so, but Jota's playing in the 10 position. Okay. Fair enough. Interesting. I'm intrigued to figure out exactly how this is going to look tonight, but we do have some confirmations, right? So we have a confirmation that we've got Federico Chiesa starting tonight for the first time at Anfield and for Liverpool, which is great news. I'll take you through really quickly the West Ham starting 11 as well. It's Fabianski, Kufal, Todibo, Kilman, Cresswell, Souček, Alvarez, Soler, Bowen, Ings and Somerville. So that is the West Ham. Stop this crap. Yeah, the stream's frozen already. There's no reason why this shouldn't be freezing. Sorry, I'm apologise if this is frozen. We've been having issues with our broadband and I thought I'd sussed it. Do apologise if it's frozen for some people. I'm trying to figure out what's causing it. So again, apologies on that, folks. How can we watch the game? It is going to be on Sky. It's going to be on Sky Sports, mate. Sky Sports main event is what I'm watching it on anyway. There is no reason why this should be lagging though, which is frustrating. Yeah, there is no reason why it should be lagging, which is why it's frustrating. Apologies. If you're getting a lag, obviously you're getting a lag. Yeah, that's frustrating because I'm on the more stable of the 2 broadbands that we have as well, so it shouldn't be lagging on this one, but... The joys of it, eh? The joys of it. Right, first super chat of the day from Jonathan Baskin said, Freddie to score 2. I mean, I take him to score 1. You know, if he scores tonight, it's going to be a fun night, isn't it? Nonetheless. But thank you, Johnny. Appreciate that, my man. And hopefully, he does grab his first Liverpool goal tonight. First start for the Reds at Anfield in the League Cup. I'm buzzing. I'm excited to see it. I think it will be Jota on the left and Gakpo in the 10. I don't know, Bradley. We'll figure it out, bro, together as the game goes on. You know, in these type of situations with the League Cup, when lots of changes are made, it does take us... it takes us a while to figure it out, right? Mark, thank you for gifting a membership, mate. Appreciate that. Let's have a look at the bench for Liverpool. You can see the starting 11 there. It's Kelleher, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Kanade and Costas. Then it's Curtis Jones and Endo. Then an attacking quartet of Chiesa, Jota, Gakpo and Darwin Núñez. So that is the starting 11 today. We're going to look at the bench where there's Yaros, Van Dijk, Lucho, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, Robbo, Trent and Morton. So good strong bench there for Arne Slot if he needs to shake it up or wants to shake it up. So yes, good strong bench there. Let me just suss this out for you. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the technical side of this here. 1 second, folks. Cool. Yes, and again, my sincere apologies if there was a lag or if it does lag. Let me know. I'll try to sort it out. I always get frustrated when this happens because I hate when we get a break in the stream. Obviously, it doesn't suit anybody. So apologies on that one. Right, let me go into a little word from our sponsor. Actually, we are being brought to you today, as you can see, as we've been all throughout the season on a match day, with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. Just a reminder, folks, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping on either the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra that you can see on the screen there now, or anything else at manscaped.com. Use our code Anfield20 at checkout. That's Anfield20, all one word, and get yourself free shipping and 20% off as well. It doesn't even matter if the items are already on sale. We are so grateful to Manscaped and to our other sponsors for sticking with us, and again, you guys as well. Right. Let's get TOTT2KZ1. Let's get your super chat up on screen, my friend. Thought he would have played Morton today. Was looking forward to seeing him. Hope for a solid display from Endo to show the manager he can do the job. So, again, mate, I echo every word you've written there. I was fully convinced we'd see Tyler Morton today. Now, he is on the bench, which, I mean, does give us an indication. Do you know what, though? Just looking there, no Trey Neone on the bench, which is a little bit of a surprise considering he wasn't in the 21s team yesterday, I don't believe. So yeah, a bit of a surprise not to see Trey Neone included in there today. Carl, how are you, my friend? Liverpool up for sale. Are the rumours true? I haven't got a clue. Carl. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no, because the honest answer is, mate, I'd be lying to you. I haven't got a clue. It's certainly something I'm going to ask David Lynch when we speak tomorrow. But as of right now, I've no idea. What's this? So 5 years ago, Harvey Elliott and Caoimhín Kelleher both made their Liverpool debut. Thank you, Mark, for sending that on to me. Craig, do you think this will be a tough game? Yeah, yes and no. I think we've got a strong enough team out. Actually, it's a bit stronger than I expected, to be honest. Am I happy with the starting 11? Yes, Morganski, I am. Like TOTT2KZ1, I would have liked to have seen maybe Tyler Morton get an opportunity. Joe Gomez is captain. Connor's just confirmed that in the chat as well, as we expected. So yeah, I'm happy enough with it. Yeah, I wanted the midfield to be rested, and they are. I wanted Mo and Verge to get a rest, and they are. I wanted Darwin to play, and he is. I mean, I would say I'm probably a little bit surprised that he's risked playing Jota and Darwin, because if one of them picks up an injury, we're in trouble. So I did think maybe one of those attacking options will be utilised by the gaffer today. But, you know, it's all about getting the job done, I guess. And just a reminder as well, if Liverpool do indeed advance to the next round, the draw will be coming up after the game. So we will take you through the draw. Liverpool would be the number 15 ball in the draw. So we will keep you up to date with that as well. Nebula, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your support. Sir Oswald Fortitude said, I'm hearing the Saudis investing money into FSG for the PGA Golf Championship, but a future sale of Liverpool is possible. So they are absolutely talking with Saudi over Live Golf and the PGA Tour. That's definite. But with regards to anything around Liverpool, really, I haven't got a clue if there's anything to this. Now, a couple of things to remember here. One, if it is to lead to a sale, and again, I've no indication yet that it is, you'd have to see the PIF or Saudi Arabia sell Newcastle or get rid of their ownership of Newcastle and then see if they can buy Liverpool. I don't know, though. It's all just conjecture at the minute. What we know is Liverpool are opening or have opened an academy in Saudi Arabia. We do know that FSG are in conversations with the PIF about Live Golf and the whole merger. That's all I know. So I don't want to sit here and give anybody false hope or make anybody nervous about it. I don't have a clue if there's anything to the sale rumours. I really don't. Kickoff time. Jake, it is 8 o'clock, mate. 8 o'clock. So we're kicking off in about 48 minutes, my friend. As always, though, we want you guys to make sure that before we kick off, we get us to 1,000 likes. So if you can, do take a second, drop a like for us. Extra time or penalties. There's no extra time. It would go straight to penalties at the end of 90 minutes. So yes, it would have to be sorted out tonight, but there's no extra time. If it's a draw, it'll go straight to penalty kicks. The road to 300k is on, said Coach Bill. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, sir, please do. I'm hoping we can do it before Christmas. Big ask, I know. We'll wait and see what happens, but I'm hoping we can get to the magical 300k before Christmas. Hola, Craig. How are we, Imran? Nice to see you in, my friend. I hope life is treating you well. No Gravenberg. No, which is the right. You know, remember, this is a League Cup game. It's one of those opportunities for Arne Slot to rotate and rest up. And he has to take advantage of these opportunities to rest players like Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberg. So, yeah, not included in the starting 11. On the bench, though, today, we do have Jaros, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Diaz, McAllister, Robbo, Trent, Morton, and Salah. So, Gravenberg got a complete rest today, which I can understand as well. He's played a lot of football so far this season, so Arne has a chance to give him a breather tonight, and I think he's made the right decision to rest him up. 4 attackers. I know, it's tasty, Imran, isn't it? It's exciting stuff to see Darwin, Diogo, Federico, of course, and Gakpo. Again, some of those guys with something to prove to the manager. They're at home tonight under the lights at Anfield. Let's hope that they go out and do themselves justice. I believe that they will. Good man, Craig. Playing a blinder since the start of the season. We love that, Arlo. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. So, I just want to address one thing really quickly so I can nip it in the bud before anybody asks me, because I know somebody's going to ask me. The whole incident with a certain former member of the channel and his use of a racial slur. I don't want to discuss it before anybody asks, because it isn't any of my business, nor is it anything to do with us. So yeah, I just want to nip that in the bud. Don't be wasting your money or sending a super chat to ask me about it or anything. We're not going to discuss it because, quite frankly, it's nothing to do with us, thankfully, and we've enough problems of our own in life to be dealing with without getting involved in these type of things. So we'll leave people to sort it out themselves, quite frankly. So yeah, just leave us on that one. Don't be asking. Right, what else have we got? Is it on Sky? Yes, it is, Adam. It is on Sky. Sky Sports main event. I think it's on Sky Sports Plus as well, if I'm not mistaken. Would you still want Zubamendi in January? If he changed his mind and said he'd like to come, then yes. I think initially I was a bit petty about it, and I was kind of like, well, you had your chance, bro. You missed it. Now, yeah, I would. But I'm not sure that I believe the link to Manchester City. I know Rodri's out for, it looks like, a prolonged period. It's been confirmed that Rodri's going to need an operation on his, I think it's on his knee, on his ACL. I don't know if he's done his ACL or it's on a ligament, but he needs to have some surgery. So they're going to be without him for most, if not all, of the season. So they've been linked to the likes of Ederson. They've been linked to Zubamendi. They've been linked to Wharton from Crystal Palace. I just don't know if Zubamendi would be the right fit for Manchester City for the way that Rodri would have played. I said this last night on the stream. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens there. Also, got to mention this as well. Like, if you are him, not only would you have qualms about maybe moving to England like you would have had with Liverpool, but with Man City you would have the whole little matter of 100 and something charges against them as well to consider. Personally, I would take Zubamendi for depth, of course, but we need to make sure City don't get him. I'd be pretty concerned if he actually turned us down and went to City, in all honesty. It would be concerning to me because I couldn't advise him, if I was his advisor, to go to City without the hearing being sorted out. You couldn't advise any player to make that move. I was actually surprised at the business they were doing in the summer as well. It's a brave agent that sends his player into Manchester City at the minute, knowing that these charges are looming over them. How would you rate Arna's first 5 Premier League games? I think what you've said, a B, feels about right. You know, almost perfect, but we did lose 1-0 to Forest, and you know we can't just ignore that. But other than that, you know, like we said the other day, we've had 6 games under Arne Slot, 5 in the league, 1 in the Champions League. We've had 13 goals scored, just 2 goals conceded, 5 victories, 1 loss. So it's not too bad. You know, it could have been a bit better, of course. You know, that Forest game is going to linger over us for a while as a bit of a frustration, but it's how you respond to these things, right? And I think we've responded very well. 3-1 win in Milan and a 3-0 victory over Bournemouth. Jen, thank you as always, Jen. Jen's gifted 5 Anfield Agenda memberships. You're very, very kind, Jen. Appreciate your support, I really do. Craig, mercenaries tends to align together. Zubamendi may go to Chelsea FC. Well, if he does, he's certainly running a risk that his career could be curtailed, or perhaps not going in the direction he would have liked it to. Victor, thank you, sir, for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Victor said, Forest is 1 step back and 2 ahead. I'll take that. Yeah, you can always learn something from every negative, definitely. So I agree with you, mate. 1 step back to take 2 steps forward. As long as we are making those steps forward, then so be it. I love that attitude as well, Victor, so thank you, sir. Stevie boy, our friend from Australia, how are you, my friend? Said, happy with the team, but it does show the lack of depth that midfield if one of Maka or Ryan or Dom get injured. Well, remember, we haven't got Elliott today as well as another option. But yeah, I agree. I've spoken about the lack of squad depth, or the drop-off, I guess, in quality there. But let's see tonight. Endo has a chance. Curtis has a chance. Let's see how they get on. Graham, how are you, bro? And again, thank you, mate, for being with us for 8 months as a member. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support and lovely to see you in, Graham. I hope life's treating you well. Jurgen Splurgen, who doesn't love to say that? Jurgen Splurgen has said, would you get a Gomez tattoo if he scores? No! No, mate. Definitely not. I thought you were going to say, would you get a Gomez tattoo if we win the quadruple or something? But no, not if he scores. Don't get me wrong. I'll be buzzing if he scores. Same as everybody else. I'll be delighted, but no. Would you take Cucurella to be our left back? No, I wouldn't, Sam. I think there are better options out there than Marc Cucurella. So yeah, no, I'd pass on him. I'm not saying he's terrible or anything, by the way. Just not for me. How is my favourite YouTuber doing? I'm good, Munira. I'm good. Little bit disappointed with how my hospital appointment went today, but you know, them's the breaks in life, aren't they? So basically, I told you guys yesterday I was going in today to see a specialist surgeon for my jaw. Unfortunately, found out there's nothing I can do about it. It's going to be an issue I have to deal with for the rest of my life and manage it with physiotherapy, painkillers and stuff like that, but not operable, unfortunately. So a little bit disheartened after that, you know. I was waiting 7 years for that appointment, so... But it is what it is, you know. There's a lot of people who are in a lot worse situations, so you'll just grin and bear it and move on. I know we lost against Forest, but I still respect their fans because they're being respectful about the tragedy of 97. They were. That's fair to say, but they've also been known to go the other direction, unfortunately, as well, previously. But, you know, credit to them, when they did come to Anfield, they did actually put the banner up there, say no to tragedy chanting. And, you know, for those fans, absolutely respect. Yeah, 7 years to be told that, Mac. And not just 7 years, mate. 7 years to be told that and get a 30-second inspection of my jaw. Like, literally, finger inside this side of the mouth, finger inside that side of the mouth, end of conversation. No x-ray, no nothing. 7 years, private clinic, that. Yeah, it was frustrating. You know, I really did leave there feeling a little bit sorry for myself, if I'm being honest, because I thought I might have an end in sight to this discomfort. But look, as I said, a lot worse to a lot of people. I'll grin and bear it and move on. Jen, how are you, my friend? Craig, you are perfect, never change. I mean, I definitely am it, Jen. I definitely am it. But you know what? I've said this to Brian actually earlier on. It's been wonderful over the last month or so. The support and the kindness you guys have shown me has been absolutely remarkable as always. So I'm a very grateful guy. Very lucky, very blessed to be in the situation I'm in with a great group of people as well. So appreciate you all being in with me tonight. I mean, how could I be unhappy? We're here together watching the Liverpool game midweek at Anfield. Chiesa making his debut. I mean, come on now. I'm happy with that. Chiesa in midfield. We think, Rick, it's going to be something of a 4-2-3-1 or some variation of that. So Darwin basically up ahead and then 3 in behind. That's what we think. But of course, we'll figure it out as we go as the game moves along. That's bullshit, Craig. You should get a second appointment with another doctor. Unfortunately, no, Mad. This is the only specialist centre in Ireland for the type of work that I need to get done. It's the national centre for like teeth, jaws, any facial kind of stuff like that. So, hence the long waiting list. But it is what it is, you know. No point in dwelling on these things. I've survived with it to this length. You know, and at least it's not something that it's going to probably get a lot worse. It kind of just is what it is. Craig, who's your favourite player? In the current group of Liverpool players, probably Alisson. I can't speak about how much I love that man. Obviously, Darwin. I want Darwin to be my new Bobby, though. You know, I've been a big Bobby fan for the whole time he's been at the club, and is without a doubt my favourite player of the last 10 or 15 years. So, yeah, I'm going to go Alisson. I love the big Brazilian Adonis, world's best goalkeeper in my opinion. Alex said, I have arthritis, Craig, really get ups and downs. You guys help me through the pain. In hospital most weeks with treatment. Unfortunately, I have that to look forward to in my hands. So, yeah. That's why, and one of the other reasons about I always spoke about wanting to be in warm climates and why I often take warm breaks during the winter, because I need that bit of heat as well. Martin said, I know it's cutting your nose off to spite your face, but there is a part of me that thinks to tell Zubi to do one. You see, we're all getting a bit ahead of ourselves because to be fair, Zubimendi hasn't changed his mind or said anything to the contrary. It's just, I guess the media and us, we play a role in this as well, that would say like Liverpool are open to it still if the player changed his mind. I guess that's the fairest I can be about it. But there's been no indication I'm aware of from the player to say he changed his mind. NF said, I know a fantastic neuromuscular therapist who'll probably be able to help you with your jaw relief. Genuinely, he's excellent. Connor Walsh. Thank you. I have. I'm very lucky. I have a specialist physiotherapist that I go to see, and he certainly helps relieve some of the tension around my jaw and my head, mate. But I really do appreciate you looking out for me and dropping a name in like that, mate. Thank you. I've only found this therapist in the last month or so only had the one appointment with him so far. But you know, again, this is why I love our community, man. Thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate it. Wow, what a very generous super chat. Atikster, thank you so much. I have the same issue you have, unfortunately, if you mean your jaw hurts when you eat and clicks sometimes. Yes, all the time. Not even when I just eat. Like, if I just raise my jaw up and down, it clicks. And do you know what annoys me most about it, mate? It's not the pain, which is there sometimes. It's not the discomfort. It's the fact that with my Asperger's, part of the problem I have with Asperger's, and I'm really high functioning, is sensory issues around my hearing and stuff like that. So when I hear my own jaw clicking, I want to punch myself in the face because it does my head in. So that's kind of the bit that gets me the most about it. But look, as I said, man, it is what it is. I appreciate your support and your very, very kind super chat, mate. Thank you so much. Soren, how are you? Lovely to see you, Soren. Soren said, "Hi Craig, it's worrying that half our team has very few minutes this season. Or is it worrying, excuse me, that half our team have very few minutes this season? We're facing a solid West Ham side." So, I'm going to be really honest with you, Soren. I'm not that fussed about the League Cup this season. But I am still excited to see Waturo get minutes, to see how Curtis Jones gets on, and certainly to see Federico Chiesa. You know, we've got a lot of attacking talent on the pitch tonight. It's only really the midfield and I guess the defence we'd have some questions around. But it also gives us a chance, Soren, to see how these guys get on. And it's up to them to prove themselves to the manager. I'm just going through to make sure I haven't missed any other comments. Another super chat from the Honest Tiger. How are you, my friend? Said, "Craig, my second favourite YouTuber after Adam. I'll take it. Do pass on our regards to Adam, by the way. We keep in touch by message every now and again. I don't want to move from Old Trafford to build a new stadium. How would you feel if it was Liverpool?" Do you know, weirdly, mate, this came up in conversation. Yesterday we were talking about this. So, let me say this. I'm not somebody who has much sentimentality built into me. So with Liverpool, I was always open to Liverpool moving to a new stadium. But I can totally understand why people wouldn't want to. And I think for United, from what I understand, it's more the logistics of having to move the stadium a little bit, because United own something like 100 acres, I think, in and around Old Trafford. And they can shift it a bit and there's a railway line or something that causes trouble. But if it's in the same area, you know, I don't think it's too big of a thing. Like, if you're moving from where you're currently located to 25 miles down the road, different scenario. But I think where, you know, you're going to be in the same area or the same place, basically, just stadium shifted over a little bit. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But it isn't my place to say, is it? You're the United fan. So let me know how you feel about it. As you did, actually, you said you're not sure about moving from Old Trafford. Liz, how are you, my friend? Who's your favourite Anfield Agenda member / mod? I'm not answering that, Liz. You know it's you, though. You know it's you, Liz. I'm not answering that, though, but it's definitely you, Liz. Liz is the mammy of the group. Right, another super chat. My God, I can't keep up with them. They're coming in so quickly. Sad seeing Ings play for West Ham. Loved him at Liverpool. I loved him at Liverpool as well. I felt like he was really unlucky. He just never really got a chance to put together a consistent run of games because of injuries and stuff. Glad to see Danny Ings playing football. Let me say that. He always came across like a really decent fella and a very good striker as well. So at least he's still playing football. I tried to console myself with that one. It would have been nice to see him be a success at Liverpool, alright, but unfortunately the football gods had other plans. Ashley Dooley said, "Happy to finish work early. Should be a good game." Absolutely, mate. I'm delighted we have a midweek game. You know, we've got another one against Bologna next Tuesday. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping here. We've got Wolves, obviously, at 5:30 on Saturday. Then we've got Bologna on Tuesday. And then Crystal Palace away at 12:30 next Saturday. Hey, Carl said, "Me and Julie have set a wedding date, 31st of the 12th, 2025. Love you and the family to come." I mean, can we come without the family? Do you know what I mean? Can I come with just the wife, Carl? You don't want to be bringing the kids. So I want excuses to get away, Carl, you know? So myself and Sabrina will be there with bells on, but I'll tell the kids they weren't invited. You know, just between you and me, mate, I'll lie to them. But congratulations, that's awesome. I know how hard you and Julie work with the business as well, mate. So, again, really appreciate your thinking of me and your happy moment as well. But mostly, congratulations, Carl. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are being brought to you today with thanks to the best lawnmower in the world. And I'm not talking about Liverpool's sponsor Husqvarna. I'm talking about looking after your own grass on your own pitch. It's playable at the moment, but winter's coming in. You don't want it to become overgrown. You don't want it to get messy. And there's only one lawnmower out there that's good enough for my community. And that is, of course, the Lawnmower 5.0 from our friends at Manscaped, where you can get your desired length. You can use it for 90 minutes. It's waterproof. It's got their brightest ever LED spotlight. And most importantly, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our discount code Anfield20, and that applies to anything on the store at all. Even if it's on sale, they've got you covered. You can use that discount. 20% off and free shipping on anything at manscaped.com. Right. Matchy Horizon, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, bro. Appreciate you. Cajun Czar said 2-0 to us. West Ham have been struggling so far this year and coming off a 3-0 loss to Chelsea. They definitely have been struggling. I was looking through their last 5 games when we were doing the preview, and if my memory's right, they won the first 2 under Lopetegui, and then they've gone loss, draw, loss, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I mentioned. They're going to come and they're going to want to get a result tonight, you know, because they have to stop the rot there, and they have to stop losing, quite simply. Sorry, I was just distracted because Connor messaged me with something. Oh, so David Lynch said that Kanade and Gravenberch are just rested today, so nothing there. Neoni's absence is just a selection call, which is unfortunate because we thought with Trey Neoni not being in the under-21 team last night, we may have seen him here today. But again, you know, the manager has to make some tough calls around squad selection. Yayo said, Craig, I'm from Mexico. Love your content. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. And I've only ever been to Mexico once for a very brief time. It was a few hours in the country as part of a cruise, but always wanted to get back. My little story, actually, for my visit to Mexico went a little something like this. Went to a beach club, got very drunk, went on a jet ski, fell off, got stung by jellyfish, fell asleep in the toilet vomiting, got back out, went on the mezcal, got drunk again, and had a great old time. That was my story of my time in Mexico. All over the space of a few hours. I was on my honeymoon though, so don't judge me. Jamie, how are you, my friend? And thank you, Jamie, for your super chat. Jamie said, I'm from Dublin. What's the best way to get best prices tickets in your opinion? So, it's difficult, Jamie, as you know, to get good price tickets. But I've seen some offers on Marathon Travel lately that look reasonable for some of the games. And they have different options from like a ferry, a hotel, a match ticket, a day trip, a hotel and a match ticket. They have the Annie Road end, or they've got Brody's. Other than that, mate, I don't really have any suggestions. Like, just to give you an example, we had to buy our tickets direct from the club and we had to pay for the hospitality ones just to get to a game, and it was like 380 quid a ticket. So I wish I had a better answer for you, mate, but I never like to steer people towards secondary sellers or anything either, unless I know that they're, you know, bona fide and they're not going to screw you over. And I've done a few trips at Marathon Travel a good few years back, and they've always been reliable. If not a little bit expensive at times, but always reliable anyway. Evening, Craig. What would be a good season in your opinion? Said Old Gamer 53. I mean, do you know, I don't know yet. I think it's too early to say what a good season is, because it depends on the context of the season as a whole. You know, with Rodri being out now for City for a while, you're certainly thinking, okay, well, they're weakened a bit now. De Bruyne, again, he's been struggling a little bit with a groin injury, and I think his career is at the tail end. If Haaland was to pick up a knock, then you're thinking, are we rightly in a title race? So I think top 3 finish, get now the league format of the Champions League into the knockout stages, and I think other than that, you know, I think that's a decent first season. Of course, we'd love a little bit of trophy, but we don't want to go all Ten Haggy about it, like win a trophy and finish 8th. Like, we don't want that to happen. Can we send some love for everyone in the path of Hurricane Helene? Yes, I was only thinking about you last night, Liz, because I was watching CNN for a little bit, and I seen the path of the hurricane, and they weren't sure whether it was going to tilt left or tilt right. So yeah, always thinking of you guys over there in this hurricane season this September, if I'm not mistaken, Liz. But yes, absolutely. I hope that as many people as possible are safe. Obviously, don't lose power and electricity. So yeah, our thoughts are definitely with everybody in the pathway of the hurricane, Liz. And thank you for bringing it up. So, we are 24 minutes away from kickoff if you can do me a small little favour and hit that like button for us so we can make sure we have those 1,000 likes before the game kicks off. What's this message from Mark? What's this? Some talk that the new Everton owner, according to Mark, has said that they're interested in bringing Maurizio Sarri to Everton, which is interesting. Pranav, how are you, my friend? And thank you for being an Anfield Agenda Ultras member for an incredible 40 months. Wow, that's awesome, mate. Thank you. Said, ever been to India? We've got 20 plus hotels in northern India, and I would love for us to host you if you get a chance to visit. So, no, I've never been. I have friends that have been and had a great time. But I've never had the pleasure, mate. And look, I would love to go over to India and do a Liverpool show or a meet and greet or a meet up over there. And if it can be organised, and I'm not just saying this, include me, absolutely. Count me in. The thing about me and Connor is we'll travel anywhere. You know, we just don't like the organising part of it because it's difficult to make sure you can get places sorted out and stuff. But I appreciate the support, and I certainly appreciate the offer of a visit. I feel bad for Mo not starting. Why? He needs a rest, mate. You think of it that way. Like, this is a very much needed rest for Mo and for Virgil and for Ryan Gravenberch and for Ibrahim Kanade. There aren't going to be many opportunities for Arna to be able to really rotate, and tonight is one of those opportunities. So I think it's the right decision. I would have been really angry, quite frankly, if we seen Salah or Van Dijk and the midfield trio in there. I think this is one of his few chances in the League Cup to rotate them. Can I get a shout out? I'm a huge Liverpool fan in South Africa. Frillon, Raphael, welcome. Thank you for being with us, and much love to you, my friend, over in South Africa. We appreciate you joining. Munira said, Craig, can I please ask a question? Of course. Ask away. Now, I'll try my best to get to it, but if I spot it, mate, absolutely. Tyler Murphy said, Craig, I'm feeling a Federico Chiesa goal tonight. So am I. I am, mate. I think we're all, I don't want to say expecting it because that's putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But yeah, I'm hoping for one. If Liverpool didn't exist, what team would you support? So it would be Barcelona, because Barcelona are the only other club I've ever really supported. But if you wanted the context from a Premier League side, it'd probably be Newcastle. You know, and this would have been prior to the takeover, obviously. But I've always liked the Geordies. I've always, I felt that they're an underappreciated club and an underappreciated city. So yeah, probably Newcastle. What do you think about the CAM role for today's game? Is it Gakpo or Jota as CAM? We're guessing Jota, but it is just a guess at the moment. You know, we've got to wait and see what way they actually line up out there on the pitch. But what do I think about it? I'm intrigued to see how this looks on the pitch. I'm intrigued to see how if we do have two deeper lying midfielders today in Jones and Endo, or if Jones is going to have license to get forward more. So still learning under Arne Slot. You know, with Jurgen Klopp, you kind of understand what to expect a bit more. But at least for me anyway, I'm still getting to grips with Arne. Nomad said, this is a massive opportunity for Endo and Jones to force their way into the Gaffer's plans, particularly for Endo. You know, Jones is going to be, I think, in and around the manager's thought processes this season. But for Waturo, yes, I think it definitely feels like a big opportunity for him. So, we have 439 likes to go before we get to the 1,000 with 19 minutes left. You know what to do, my friends. Hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do as well. So Jerry Tom said, will it be 4-2-4? We think so, but again, mate, we are kind of somewhat guessing here, so bear with us. We'll all figure it out together. Like, I mean, when the game starts, you guys let me know what you're thinking. Of course, I'll let you know what I'm thinking of the way we're lining up, and between us all, like, there's what, 2,350 of us. We'll figure it out between us. What are the predictions? Please don't spam it, mate, because I don't want you to get booted out of our chat for spamming Nova Gaming. And our mods will time you out for spamming. So, prediction for me, I'm going After seeing the team, 2-1 or 3-1 to Liverpool is my prediction. I'd love us to blow them away. I think we beat them 5-1 last year in the League Cup, if my memory's right. So, look, TY or Ty, stop complaining. You said your comments are buried. They're not buried. I just can't read every single comment, my friend. And I don't ever intentionally gloss over anybody's comments. But I also don't like it when people get a bit uppity about it. It's very difficult to try and inform people about what's happening, interact, of course, with the chat, and, you know, watch the game and all as well. I try my best, bro. Sometimes I miss some things, and I do apologise on it, but, yeah. Craig, will you go to Anfield again? Would be boss to have you back. When you say Anfield, do you mean as in the stadium? Yes, I'm gone over in January with Connor for a game. We're also going to be in Liverpool for another live show on November the 15th. If you want to come and see us there, you can get your tickets with the link in the description. Jamie said, you said 2-1. I think you're underestimating our side. So, Jamie, do you mean I'm underestimating the West Ham side or the Liverpool side? Either way, I don't really think 2-1 underestimates anything. I think 2-1 to me is a reasonable prediction, but it is just that, a prediction. And if it is from a West Ham perspective, he's not being great over the past few games. And again, that's not a team that really strikes fear into me either, Jamie, to be honest with you, bro. But my prediction was an honest one. 2-1. I think it could be even maybe one higher than that, but let's wait and see how it all pans out. I certainly don't ever mean any disrespect to our opponents, unless it's Man City, in which case all disrespect is intended. He did like you. I'm awesome. Your 8-year-old should like me. I'm incredible. He should absolutely love me. Look at me. Magnificent that I am. And to your 8-year-old son, if he's watching as well. I don't know your name, young man, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the game. And again, have a good one. Brian, there he is. Our friend Brian is in, and he is gifted 50 Anfield Agenda memberships. Wow. Incredible. Thank you, Brian, as always. Craig, are you married? Yes, I am. I've been together with my missus 24 years this year. We are married 17 years. So, yeah. Married, 2 kids. One of them fully raised. She's 20. The other one, 12, heading for 13. So, yeah. All married, all happy, all contented, and very fortunate as well. My wife is also my best mate because she gets my very weird sense of humour. And again, massive love to Brian for gifting 50 memberships and for being in with us as always. I know Brian was rushing home from work to make sure he could get in for the game as well, so thank you, Brian. Yeah, the game is on TV, Ewan. It is on Sky Sports main event. I think it's on Sky Sports Plus as well, but don't quote me on that one. What's this? So what do Anfield memberships mean? I hear you say people give them away, but what does that mean? Sorry for my ignorance. Mate, it's okay. It's a genuine question. So basically, memberships mean a couple of things. It means that you get special emojis that you can use in the chat that are for members only. It means, obviously, that you're supporting the channel. And from a financial standpoint, it means that your name appears in green to me and I think to other members, making it easier for me to spot your comments. You also get the Anfield Agenda badge beside your name. That badge, I think, still changes colour the longer you're with us. But again, don't quote me on that. And a few other bits and pieces that we do. When we start putting out merchandise and stuff, we'll make sure members can get a discount. Just things like that, mate. Do I know when Elliot is back? Not a confirmed date, no. You know, we were hearing about 4 weeks initially for the fractured foot. So it happened on the international break, so I would expect maybe the other side of this international break coming up for Elliot. So the game after the October international break will be a guess, but it is just that. Who were the subs? No problem. Let me just read them out for you. So on the bench for Arne Slot today is Jaros, Van Dijk, Lucho, Soboslai, McAllister, Mo Salah, Andy Robertson, Trent and Tyler Morton. So no place on the bench today for Gravenberch, no place on the bench for Canade, they're both rested. And surprisingly, no spot there for Trainioni, as we all thought he would be in the squad at least today. Favourite song? I don't think I have one. I think it depends what mood I'm in for my favourite song. You know, I'd have a favourite happy song, a favourite sad song, a favourite dance song, a favourite country song. I don't know if I have a favourite one. Oh, actually I do. It's the Anfield Agenda song that Connor sent to us on email. So yeah, the Anfield Agenda theme song. That's my favourite one. Should be everyone's favourite. It's amazing. Good match with Milan, wasn't it? It was, yes. Great way to bounce back. I'm not going to lie, mate. When we went 1-0 down early doors to Milan, it was a little bit nervy. But yeah, it was great to see us respond in the way that we did. And great to see both of our centre-backs getting on the score sheet as well. Can you read West Ham's bench? Yes, certainly. 1 second. Oh, God, there's his tiny. 1 second. Foderingham, Antonio... I don't know who that... Or Paqueta, Kudus, Mavropanos, Rodriguez, Wan-Bissaka, Emerson and Irving. That is the West Ham bench. Sorry, it was tiny. I had to go closer to read it out. Max, thank you so much, Max, for your super chat, bro. Let me just get it up on screen there for you. Max said... hope you managed to get your jaw pain under control and manage. Thank you. And keep up the brilliant work. Always love watching your build-ups to all of our games. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it, mate. Look, manageable is exactly what I'm hoping for, you know. If we can manage it, then happy days. You know, it's just one of those things. It's never a really bad pain, but it's just a constant pain and it's always there. And it's a bit draining at times, but I appreciate you you looking out for me, bro. Thank you. No, this is always here for me. Did you not get me? Like, the wife's only here partially when she wants something. Why do you keep walking in naked? I don't understand it. Like, why? You pick your boobs up off the floor and leave.
Love you too.
Love you too. Bye. Welcome to the Houlden household. Joanne Baker, thank you for joining Anfield Agenda FC, Joanne. Appreciate your support. What did I just hear? I told you, my wife gets my sense of humour. You know, she gets me. She knows that she's married to a weirdo. Is it jaw pain or wife pain? I'm saying nothing. Nothing. If the stream ends early, we understand. Fair play. I knew you got me. So you guys get me as well. All good. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Just another reminder that we are being brought to you today with thanks to our sponsors, Manscaped. A reminder, you can get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra or anything at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping by using our code Anfield20 at checkout. And again, we really appreciate the support of Manscaped. Right, what's this? Messages coming in everywhere here. 1 second. So, a quote from Arne Slot saying, you don't often see two Premier League teams at this stage of the competition. It's tough tie for both, but it's also an interesting one. I mean, Arne, we seem to get them all the time, bro. We seem to get these all Premier League ties in the League Cup a lot. So, we've 9 minutes to go. We need 271 more likes to get to 1,000 before we kick off. You know what I'm going to ask you to do, right? If you could be so kind, please do hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to do that as well. So we're going to take you through the whole game tonight and the draw afterwards. So we're hoping Liverpool are going to be in the draw. If we're not in the draw, then fuck the draw, quite frankly. Excuse my language. But yeah, so if we get through, we're going to bring you the draw afterwards as well. And if it goes to penalties, of course, we'll take you through that. A reminder, if it does end up level after 90 minutes and stoppage time, there's no extra time. It will go straight to penalty kicks. And if you're looking for us in the draw afterwards, Liverpool will be ball number 15, 1-5. Arne Sotz says he likes and passed them to death. Yes, exactly. Passed them to death, scored them to death, beat them to death, whooped them to death, and anything else that we can throw in. Smoked cod and chips. Oh, do you know what? I don't actually like smoked cod. I love fresh cod. I'm not a fan of smoked fish though. I love smoked bacon though. Smoked bacon rashers. I love them. But enjoy it, mate. Nothing wrong with a fish and chip tea. Nothing wrong with it. Craig, do you ever look at a man and get slightly turned on? Because it happens to me when I look at Trent. I mean, not turned on, but definitely look at some men and go, isn't he a handsome fecker? Like Alisson. I look at Alisson and go, you know, world-class goalkeeper, great beard game, handsome divil, can play the guitar and sing. So yeah, I definitely do look at some men and go, you have it all. Do you know what one's always annoyed me? Those who were able to just be good at everything. So they were good looking, they were good at sports, they could play music. Yeah. But yeah, so what wouldn't quite go as far as to say turned on by, but certainly appreciative of a handsome man, yes. Do you miss Kloppo? Of course. We're always going to miss Jurgen. You know, he was a huge part of the club. But, you know, Arne's the gaffer and I'm right behind him. I like every video from Liverpool fan to another. Boom. Glenn, thank you. Appreciate that. Louis said, let's go, Craig. Up the pool. You can handle the ball. I wonder if you could handle mine. Well, make sure that your balls are freshly shaven. And there's only one brand to do that with. Why not join myself and the 10 million other men? Now, when I say myself and the 10 million other men, I have this mad kind of weird vision of me and an army of 10,000 other men all walking along with our manscaped razors up in the air. Maybe we could put our flashlights on as well, because remember, it is their brightest ever LED spotlight. And also, it's waterproof. So even in Ireland today, you could be out the back garden in the dark with the light on it, and the battery lasts for 90 minutes. So, I mean, come on now. Get yourself over to manscaped.com and use our discount code Anfield20. And as the phrase so famously goes, your balls will thank you. Doom, 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 doom. Craig, did you try Dooley's fish and chips in Tramore? I think I've only ever been to Tramore once, Dermot. So no would be my guess. Liz said the body wash smells amazing. Oh, the body wash now, Liz, is it? It's all body wash now. It wasn't body wash when we were talking ball deodorants last season, Liz, was it? Do you know what? I haven't actually had the body wash. And I'll tell you why, Liz. Because I'm an unashamed Lynx chav. And I wear Lynx Africa shower gel and deodorant. Like any self-respecting chav. And Connor said the body wash is lovely, but I haven't tried it yet. I can say to you, though, the boxer shorts are really comfy. Manscaped Army. Imagine all of us there. Big razor in the hand. You know, lawnmower 5.0 Ultra on the go. 90 minutes battery life. All marching together. Mup Links Africa. Do you know what I mean, Robert? Men try to lie about this stuff, you know. My daughter said to me, she doesn't even... When she thinks of our holidays, she always remembers the smell of Links Africa in the bathroom just before we go out. Because one of our bathrooms downstairs, that sounds so bougie. It's a 2-bathroom house, so let's get that under control. I always spray deodorant before I go to the airport. You know, the last thing out the door. And yeah, she said it reminds her of holidays, which is nice. LFC Gamer and Vlogs, thank you, sir, for your super chat. Said, been to a wedding today, now back having a few bevies in time for the game. And the legend that is Craig. Well, I'm honoured to be part of your daily routine, mate, and it's great to have you back with us. I hope the wedding went well. But yeah, thank you for being with us. Enjoy your few drinks, and hopefully we get to enjoy the game as well. Right, we only have 81 likes to go, and there's 4 minutes left. 81 likes left with 4 minutes. The teams are in the tunnel at Anfield. Joe Gomez is your Liverpool captain today as well. And while we're talking about that, let's just have a quick look at both starting 11s again. We'll start off with the away side. Julian Lopetegui's West Ham. They've gone for Fabianski in goal, then Kufal, Todibo, Kilman and Cresswell making up the back four. In midfield, it's Carlos Soler and Edson Alvarez. Then Somerville, Souček, Bowen and Danny Ings. That is the starting 11 for West Ham. For Liverpool, it's Caoimhín Kelleher in goal. Then a back four of Conor Bradley, Joe Gomez, Jarell Quansah and Kostas Tsimikas. Federico Chiesa, Wataru Endo and Curtis Jones. And then Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez and Cody Gakpo. On the bench for Liverpool today as well, we have Virgil van Dijk, Luis Diaz, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, Miroslav Jaros, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Tyler Morton. Right, teams are just shaking hands now. We've got to the 1,000 likes as well. Love it. Well played. So yes, sit back, relax, and I will do my best to take you through the next couple of hours or so. Remember, if it is tied at the end of 90 minutes and stoppage time, there's no extra time. It will go straight to penalty kicks. And in the event that Liverpool qualify for the next round, we will stay on to bring you the draw afterwards as well. As well as, of course, giving you guys the chance to vote for your man of the match and everything else that you can expect on a match day. West Ham have lost their last 8 visits to Anfield. Nice, Anthony. Hopefully we can make that 9. So look, again, last shout for our sponsors, Manscaped. You know the drill. 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our discount code Anfield20. This is, as of right now, our last scheduled game with Manscaped as well. We haven't yet renewed our partnership there, so this will be the last time I'm going to do it. I want to make sure we do it right. So get your balls sorted out. Get yourself over to manscaped.com to get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide with our code Anfield20. Right, let's start our cup defence, said Brian. Yes, let's. A reminder, yes, as Brian said as well, this is our trophy. We are defending it. Cahill said, second opinion on the jaw stitch, please. I don't know if I can really get one, mate, because where I went today is the centre in Ireland for the that type of surgery and that type of treatment. So there isn't really anywhere I can go. Right, we are almost good to go. So sit back, relax. Again, keep hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. We'd love you to do that as well. And let's start to chase down for 300,000 subscribers. I'm buzzing. I love it. I love a midweek game. Craig, would you rather win the league or the Champions League but not place in the top 4? Champions League, because that gets you straight back in to the Champions League anyway. So it wouldn't matter. Where we finished in the league. You win the Champions League, you're straight back in anyway, so all good. 94% of the people, nearly 1,500 votes at it, reckon it's going to be a Liverpool win, with 5% going for a West Ham win. Did you see that Balamory is coming back? Come on now, what's the story in Balamory, wouldn't you like to know? What's the story in Balamory, bringing along your... I didn't say anything. I said nothing. Balamory, there you go. Clean sheet. I think so. I haven't looked. I mean, I don't remember shit in the bed last night, but I'll check later on for you. Jokes aside, we are about to get underway, and Liverpool will be attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. Right, we're underway, my friends. We are officially off, and West Ham do this semi-decent thing. They launch it out wide right, and it goes out off Cody Gakpo's head for a throw-in. Who was man of the match against Bournemouth? It was Lucho. Right, West Ham in possession, immediately pressed by Diogo Jota, who wins it back for Liverpool. He's then dispossessed, but Liverpool break right side with Conor Bradley. Ball goes out and it will be a Liverpool corner, the first one of the game on the right hand side. My friends, feel free to keep us up to date with what is going on tonight in and around the Europa League, the other game in the League Cup as well. If you want to keep us up to date with that, feel free to throw it into the chat as well. Right, here we go. First corner of the game. I'm going to sync up then after the corner, so I haven't forgotten. I'll sync up for everyone after the corner. Costas gives the signal. Ball played in. Flicked on. Ooh! What is it, ref? What is it? Goal kick. Took a couple of ricochets in the penalty area and eventually went behind, and it'll be a West Ham goal kick. Flicked on. That should have been a corner, ref. That looks like it should have been a corner. Hang on. Off. 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 How was that not a corner, ref? It was a blatant corner. It came off 2 West Ham players and went behind, and they ended up giving a goal kick. Madness. Arsenal have gone 1-0 up. I'm just seeing the goal here now as well against Bolton in the League Cup. Ogden Merchants getting beaten 1-0. Right, West Ham now on the attack right hand side with Jared Bowen. Costas leans into him and it goes behind for a goal kick. Right, we are coming up on 2 minutes, so I'm going to sync up for you all now. It is 2 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No VAR in this one. Yeah, VAR couldn't have checked on the corner anyway, but you would imagine that they do their jobs right and award what it should have been, which was a corner. Right, we're playing out from the back here. Costas to Endo. Endo back to Gomez. Remember, Joe Gomez is your captain today. Costas again, back inside to Gomez. Good to see Joe out there today getting minutes, and also good to see Jarell Kwanzaa get some more minutes. Really interested to see how Wataru Endo gets on tonight, though. Gomez out left side to Gakpo. So it is Gakpo who's operating from the left-hand side, and it's kind of Diogo Jota and Darwin who are central. I'm sure they will rotate about who comes deep and who goes through the middle, but both of them in there at the minute. So it's definitely Gakpo operating off the left. Bradley tries to stab a ball through. Ricochets off Endo. Bradley wins it back though. Well done, Connor. With Jarell Kwanzaa to Gomez. Gomez out to Costas. Is it just me, or has everybody else got all eyes on Chiesa to see where he is at all times? I find myself distracted where the ball is, looking to see where Chiesa is. Is it a 4-2-4? I think a 4-2-4 is probably what I would describe it as, Mario, at the moment, yes. Yeah, I think a 4-2-4 is fair. See, now though, Jota has dropped in and Curtis Jones has gone a little bit. So this type of movement is done to confuse the West Ham defence. If you're man marking, do you follow Diogo Jota into midfield and leave a space in behind? Or do you track the run of Curtis Jones? Interesting to see the movement between our attacking quartet. And actually Jones, so I guess it's attacking 5. Bit of a waste of ball played into the West Ham penalty area there. And they're looking to play out as well. Again, press comes in. One back. Well done. Gomez to Curtis Jones now. Jones goes out left to Cody Gakpo. Again, Gomez. Look where all our players are. Every outfield Liverpool player is inside the West Ham half there. Kwanzaa now in possession. Again, you're looking ahead to see where the movement is. So now Darwin's pulled out to the right a little bit, and Jota's... It looks like Darwin and Jota are almost playing in the half spaces. Gakpo. He cuts inside. Dispossessed. He was just about to lay it off to Costas, but he was dispossessed. Well done. Curtis Jones wins it back. Somebody show for him. He's then crowded out and dispossessed. Well done though, Curtis. Keep pressing. Go on. Well in, boys. Darwin wins it back. Love that. Love that pressing. Ball then goes out for a West Ham throw in. But I enjoyed that. Good bit of pressing there from Darwin and Curtis. And eventually the ball goes out for a West Ham throw in on the near side. LFC Gamer and Vlog said, I really enjoyed the discussion on Saturday on US sitcoms, but which do you think is better, Cheers or its spin-off Fraser? Oh, I've got to say I loved Fraser. I did love Fraser. Loved Cheers as well, but if I had to pick one, I'd definitely watch more of Fraser. So yeah, good shout though. And appreciate your super chat, mate, as always. 6 minutes gone at Anfield, still scoreless. Your team thing is bugged. No, it's changing in and out. Looks fine at my end. Gomez. Oh, it's 2 cases in there, is there? 1 second. Let me have a look. Did you like Red Dwarf? I loved Red Dwarf. Weirdly, that shouldn't be a show I liked, but I loved Red Dwarf. Ball worked into the right channel to Bradley. You're Gakpo, Jota, Nunes. Yeah, it looks fine to me there, the starting 11 anyway. Got 2 cases. Not showing up on my end as 2 cases anyway. So yeah, on my end it's not showing up as 2 cases. Maybe Connor fixed it, I don't know. But either way, we're all good. Right, 7.5 minutes gone. We're still awaiting the opening goal. And yes, there definitely is South Africans in the chat, my man. There definitely is. Sure, we were only speaking to a couple earlier on. Did you see that Wojciech Szczesny is signing for Barcelona as Marc-Andre ter Stegen is ruled out for the season? Szczesny's over there about to sign for Barcelona, an opportunity that he probably wasn't expecting. He comes out of retirement to do so as well. Someone said, are you doing a match reaction after the draw? Definitely will be. So what we do now is we stay on after the game and encapsulate our match reaction into it. But then I record my own match reaction as well, which goes out a little bit later along with the player ratings videos. West Ham knocking the ball around at the back here, and Liverpool happy to let them do it until they move in towards the middle third of the pitch, when then the Liverpool press comes on. How about Father Ted and Steptoe and Son? So you've picked 2 comedies there, Glenn, that I absolutely loved. I used to watch Steptoe and Son with my dad all the time, so loved it. Always have a soft spot for it. But of course, I'm sticking for Father Ted. Sticking with Father Ted. I went to the same secondary school as Dermot Morgan, so I'm taking Father Ted for the win. OLSC Philly watching. How are we? To everybody over in Philadelphia. Lovely to have you guys in with us. Much love to you all. Gakpo into Costas. Costas puts in a cross. Hook behind by West Ham from Todibo, and it will be a Liverpool corner, this time on the near side. Right, Costas to take the corner. Do you know what? I was thinking about one more type of content that I want to move into. And I think a nostalgic podcast or channel that goes over foods from when I was younger, TV shows from when I was younger, music from when I was younger, stuff like that is what I'm thinking for if I ever venture past football into another form of content, because it's another thing that I speak, I guess, passionately about. Do I remember Bread? Of course I remember the TV show Bread. Had a very catchy theme song as well, actually. Iceland in the house. Welcome in. Lovely to have you in. Iceland always looks so beautiful, by the way. A friend of mine lives over there, and he often posts up little clips of when his daughter's playing for the local team, and the backdrop from the pitch of just amazing scenery in Iceland is breathtaking. So Liverpool tried to switch the ball over to Gakpo on the left. It's slightly overhit and it goes behind harmlessly for a West Ham goal kick. Ballyferma in the house. How are we, mate? I was only, I wasn't a million miles away from you earlier on. I was out in Inchicore, but out on the Long Mile Road. The Briggan, the Brack, the Ferma and the Noggin. How are we, mate? Welcome in. Ballyferma in the house. Get into boxing news. I don't think I could do it justice, because I wouldn't be able to get over to the events, and I wouldn't get the access that the likes of IFL TV and others get either. So yeah, I'll leave the boxing to the folks that are doing it already, but I think I do want to do extra content But I want it to be something that I enjoy, you know, and nostalgic stuff like that I think is fun. It's mad that the Arsenal keeper is only 16. It is. Yes, it is. For those of you who aren't aware, Arsenal's starting goalkeeper tonight in the League Cup game against Bolton is indeed 16 years of age. Incredible belief in that young man to give him a start there at just 16. Can we have a word with Arne Slot, by the way? I'm not happy with Arne Slot's attire on the sideline. I don't like this navy look he has going on. Get him into a tracksuit, quick, smart. Right, cross in from West Ham. Deep. Endo heads it away. And then Jota finishes that clearance. West Ham have it back. They hook it back into the penalty area. Again, this time it is Jarell Kwanzaa who hooks it away. Endo again, bit of a head tennis game going on here in the centre of the park. Liz said, you like nostalgia because you're old. Yes, true. It's always good to look back upon times of your life when you were... Well, I was going to say childish, Liz, but sure, I never grow up anyway, so... Ooh, that's a foul, Endo. It is. Take your lumps on that one, bro. That's a foul. There's no live here in Malaysia, so watching your live from Harbinder. Well, welcome in, Harbinder Singh, my friend. Lovely to have you in with us. Always appreciate your support, sir. A long-time viewer of the channel. Right, another free kick here to West Ham. Again, you think they're going to drop this straight into the around the penalty spot. Cresswell standing over it. Liverpool holding a defensive line on the edge of our 18-yard box. 13 minutes on the clock. Do I remember Knight Rider and Airwolf? Mate, I had... 1 second. Cross in. Header. And it goes behind, thankfully. Tadibo got away. Got a free diving header. In and around the 6-yard box. But it was miles away and never going to trouble Kelleher. Yeah, miles away. Yeah, I loved Airwolf and Knight Rider. I had both of their little... I had the toy car and I had the Airwolf helicopter when I was a child. Give a TV show called Becker a go. Oh, I've seen Becker. I know all about Becker, mate. I watched that. I'm a comedy geek, Carl, so most of these shows like Becker I will have watched. And Ted Danson. Oh, strike from Bowen. Kelleher gets behind it. Ted Danson was very good in it. It was a good show. But again, thank you, Carl, for looking out for me and the suggestion. What about the A-team? Of course. Dude, anybody of my generation that's a male or female probably would have watched the A-team. Who's the captain today? It's Joe Gomez, Daniel. Joe Gomez. Gakpo. Cuts inside. Needs an option. Look, Chiesa is unmarked on the far side if we can get a switch. How about keeping up appearances? Again, you're going to think I'm making this up, but my mum used to call me Sheridan. Because my mum was a bit of a Mrs. Bouquet. You know, always wanted to be more well-to-do and posher than we were. So she used to call me Sheridan. So, yes. Did I watch Scully? No, actually, James, I didn't. 15 minutes on the clock at Anfield, still scoreless. Liverpool 0, West Ham 0. Salah is on the bench, Rodney, getting rested today. Remember, this is a League Cup game, so a chance for Arne Slot to rotate a little bit. So we've none of our midfield trio on the pitch today, the regular midfield trio. Salah's rested. Verge is on the bench, he's rested as well. Gakpo now cuts inside. Back to Jones. Jones dinks it out looking for Conor Bradley right side. It's headed away by the West Ham defence. Again, with Conor Bradley. He loses out. Come on, boys. Press, press, press. Well in. Well done, Jarell Kwanzaa. Well done. A diving chest is what I would call that from Jarell Kwanzaa. Why isn't Gravenberch playing? Again, rest. He's not even in the squad today, actually. Gravenberch and Kanade are not in the squad as they get rested. Have I seen Walking Dead? No, not my type of show, mate. Not my type of show. Did I watch Chips? Yes, I even had a little Chips motorbike when I was a kid. You know, a little trike, a little Chips. So did I ever tell this story before about how I got this scar on my forehead? I tried to cycle down the stairs when I was like a toddler. I asked my mum could she bring my bike down, and she said in a minute. And I tried to cycle my little Chips motorcycle down the stairs and split my head open. So that's where I got that scar from. Pete Joe said Manimal. No, I never watched that. I know of it, but I never watched that show. Where did I grow up? Shankill, South Dublin. Ball in from Costas, cleared away by West Ham. They managed to keep it in play. Bowen has a bit of space now, right hand side. Jones, he slips. Still, Bowen going. Spreads it out left. Look at all the space here. Well in, Bradley. 1-0 West Ham. Flags up, I think, is it? Flags up. Ball was put in the net by Danny Ings, but the flag's gone up. And remember, there's no VAR. So Bowen gets away from Curtis Jones, then squares it across left. He takes a heavy touch. It allows Bradley to come in. It then ricochets, goes into the path of Danny Ings. He scores, but thankfully the flag goes up. So yeah, warning, but definitely the right decision. Suleiman said, where does AJ go from here? So, for me, mate, I don't think AJ has any pressure on him at this stage of his career. You know, I don't want to talk about what he did wrong as much as I would love to give the credit to Dubois, who absolutely deserves it. But if I'm AJ, it depends. He wants to keep fighting, so let him keep fighting. I just want to see the AJ Fury fight, and I still want to see it, even after that devastating loss. And, Dubois was incredible. But I still want to see AJ Fury. John Brown, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, John. Nice to have you in with us. Right, I'm going to try concentrating the game and keep people up to date for a while. So I'm going to ignore any of the TV comments. We'll get to them later. Offside there against Cody Gakpo, by the way. So it'll be a free kick to West Ham, deep inside their own half. Dukes of Hazzard. Well, even though I said I'm going to ignore that, yes, I did watch Dukes of Hazzard. I did. Why is there no VAR in League Cup games? Because it isn't available in every ground that's in the League Cup, is the short answer for it. So, it wouldn't really be fair to teams if it was used in the Premier League ground like Anfield and it wasn't able to be used somewhere else. So it's just for consistency. Caden said, I'm from Hull, it's my birthday. Can I have a shout out? Of course you can, Caden. Happy birthday, my friend. Caden J. Cyril, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a lovely day, my man. And thank you for being in with us. Right, we're almost at the 20-minute mark. Still no breakthrough in the game. Thankfully, West Ham had the ball in the net, but it was ruled out for offside. Cross in again here from West Ham. Bradley puts it behind, taking no chances, and it'll be a West Ham corner. Did I watch Grange Hill? No, I didn't. Right. Dennis said, another great job, Craig. Hope you and the family are well and happy. All good, my man. All good, thank you. Hope life's treating you well. Right, let's defend this corner. I never like it when we have small little players like that marking big defenders. Like Jota's marking a big centre-back here. I don't like it. And he loses out aerially. And there's an own goal and it's 1-0 West Ham. Off Kwanzaa, 1-0 West Ham. Yeah, that's... Oh, that's shambolic defending, to say the least. I feel really sorry for Kwanzaa because if I'm not mistaken, that's his second own goal. The corners swung in, and I said to you, I don't like Jota marking somebody twice his size. Jota loses out aerially, and the ball falls to a West Ham player. He's then blocked. Ball ricochets around. Endo kicks it. It goes off Kwanzaa and into the goal. It was Alvarez who was trying to get a strike away, and then Endo just kicks it and goes off Kwanzaa and into the goal to make it 1-0 West Ham. Again, I called it. I called it to say I don't like somebody like Jota size marking somebody twice his size. And it was him who won the header that set it all up. But so after a warning a few minutes ago, we didn't heed that warning and we're now 1-0 down. Now it's time to figure a way back into it. Again, Jones dwelling on the ball, has his pocket pinched and luckily wins it back. Well done on that one. But we need to wake up here a little bit. Bradley. So for those of you joining us a little bit late, it is 1-0 to West Ham. It was a Jarell Kwanzaa own goal. Not much he could have really done about it. It was kicked off him by Waturo Endo. And yeah, trying to clear our own lines, we inadvertently put the ball in the net for West Ham. So your eyes do not deceive you. It is Liverpool 0, West Ham 1. I'll tell you one thing, so far, and it's early days, I'm going to say Jones is not doing himself any favours in my eyes anyway. He really hasn't really managed to wrestle control of this game from midfield yet. Which you would expect from him, to be fair. You know, if he wants to be a Liverpool player, he's going to have to up his game. Cross in. Oh, Kwanzaa, I think it comes off his shoulder and goes behind for a West Ham goal kick. Free kick played in. Yeah, he gets a cross and it just comes off his shoulder, Jarell Kwanzaa. Arsenal have got a second, by the way, in their game. They're now 2-0 up against Bolton. Right, we got to figure this out. Reminder, no extra time if we do get back level. If it finishes level after 90 minutes in stoppage time, it will go directly to penalties. But of course, as of right now, we can't be thinking about draws yet because we're behind. Taylor said, I apologise for having the giggle at Liverpool defending. Mate, from a footballing perspective, you don't ever have to worry about bantering us. It's all good. Ball played in. Go on. Gakpo. Where's the runners? Gakpo. Ball dinked. Chiesa. Volley. Header. Golazzo! Diogo. 1-1. He makes up for losing the ball aerially a while ago and heads this one in. The assist from Chiesa. So the ball came out left-hand side. Cody Gakpo fires over across. Chiesa volleys it down into the ground. It bounces up and Diogo Jota helps it into the goal to make it 1-1. Gakpo with the dink to the far post. Chiesa volleys it down and then Jota gets there ahead of the keeper, heads it in. It's 1-1. If there was VAR, by the way, I think that would have been ruled out. If there was VAR, which there isn't. So yes, we are level. But I think if there was VAR, he probably would have been a smidgen offside, Gakpo in the build-up. But there isn't, so we are level and it is 1-1. Maybe I'm wrong off that, but to me, it did look a smidgen offside. But there's no VAR, and the flag didn't go up. So, 1-1. Well done, Diogo. I mean, it's we wanted him to get back to goal scoring ways because he'd been a little bit stale in front of goal recently, and there he is. Oh, quickly taken free kick. Looking for Gakpo left side. Now he needs support. He needs support, boys. Come on. Darwin. Back to Jota. Jota switches it out right side to Connor Bradley. Endo. Joe Gomez to Kwanzaa. How great was it, by the way, to get that equaliser and get back into it that quickly? It's nice. If you go behind to answer back quickly is always great. Gakpo now. Ball into Costas. He loses out. Don't foul, boys. Don't foul. Stand up. Foul. Curtis Jones gives away a foul. Whitehammer said, I don't care. Football with no VAR is amazing. Do you know what? Let's ask the chat. I think that's a very good poll, mate. Because I'm in agreement with you, Whitehammer. I would remove VAR tomorrow if it was an option. So yeah, let's ask. Let's ask the chat. 1 sec. Let me get a poll up. Right, so we're going to ask you, should football scrap VAR? So scrap it, no more VAR, yes or no? Let us know in the comment, or by voting in the poll, I should say. Should football scrap VAR? By the way, we will see semi-automated offsides brought in soon to the Premier League. It's been delayed so far, but it is going to be coming in. So keep that in mind when you're voting. How did Kwanzaa score an own goal? It was basically booted off him by Wataru Endo. There wasn't really much Kwanzaa knew about it, to be fair, mate. Jay said, why it makes it fair. I don't like VAR. I just don't. I think with VAR, all we've seen is this nonsense of clear and obvious be used as an excuse for VAR not intervening. So I don't think it's actually done what it's been intended to do, which is make decisions fairer. You know, you can talk about the offsides. Yes, in that regard, maybe there has certainly been an improvement there. But for decision making in general, I don't agree the VAR has helped. And it's 2 stop start as well. But look, it is a personal choice, right? You know, we'll all have different views on it. I just know how much nicer it is when don't blame Endo. Well, he booted it off somebody, mate. It was rash. It was his fault. Let's be honest about it. We blame Endo if it's Endo's fault, and it was Endo's fault. So, of course, we're going to say he needs to be better. Oh, unlucky! Gakpo hits a volley, ricochets off a West Ham player, and goes just the other side of the post. Where was I going with that a second ago? I don't know where I was going with it. Don't blame Kwanzaa. I'm definitely not blaming Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa knew nothing about it, to be fair. Cross in. Oh, headed away. Ball breaks out to the box to Curtis Jones now. Connor Bradley tries a diagonal ball looking for Kwanzaa. It's overhit and it goes behind for a goal kick. How's Chiesa looking? Do you know what? He's doing okay. I would like to see him more involved in the game, perhaps, but he has got an assist for Diogo Jota's goal as well, so we'll give him his mention for that one. But yeah, I want to see a little bit more involvement really in the game from him and Darwin. I don't think it's so much anything they're doing wrong, more a case of we're moving the ball in other areas. Like Cody Gakpo's seen a lot of the ball left-hand side. Darwin flicks it on to Chiesa. Chiesa to Jota. Costas. That's a free kick. I was going to say Costas comes running down the left-hand side, but Alvarez trips up Diogo Jota. And this would normally be Trent Alexander-Arnold territory, but of course Trent isn't on the pitch, so it'll be interesting to see who steps up for this one. Right, 31 minutes and 30 seconds coming up on the clock. Costas and Chiesa both over it. Oh, let Chiesa hit it. Go on, let him hit it. Go on, let Chiesa hit it, Costas. Get away from it. Costas takes it, flicks it in, and the ball's flicked on and goes behind for a goal kick. So yeah, Costas eventually floated it in. I thought that was just about in shooting range, so I would have liked to have seen somebody have a crack from there. But just looking again at the Kwanzaa own goal, he didn't know anything about it, to be fair. Whitehammer, how are you, bro? Said Craig, I would have goal line technology, semi-automated offside, where VAR doesn't affect it, and the VAR we know is only used for serious foul play. So I think I agree with you with regards to the semi-automated offside and the goal line technology. Whitehammer, I'd like to go a step further. I'd like that to be put all the way around the perimeter of the pitch. I know that's a big undertaking, but how many times have we seen a question of whether the ball has gone out over the end line or not? So yeah, I'd like to see that extended right the way around the pitch. And thank you again, mate, for your super chat. Aman Hussein said, do you think Chiesa will be the man to replace Mo? So I'm going to say I hope not, but not for the reason you probably think initially. The reason I'm going to say I hope not is because it's again a cheapskate way to do it. So I think if Mo leaves, we still need to bring in a Mo replacement, because I don't see Chiesa as the Mo replacement. I see Chiesa as finally being somebody who can be rotated in for Mo, give Mo a rest, or having an alternative if Mo is injured or needs to be taken off for whatever reason. So I want Chiesa to do well, but I feel like if we're accepting him as a Salah replacement, the club's cheaping out again in my eyes. And also I hope we don't need to find out, right? Because we all want Mo to sign a new deal. I hope Liverpool goes down. I hope you learn how to spell Liverpool, mate. That's what I hope for. But there again, it's also a cup game, so not much chance of us going down either way, Dimitri. But you gave a go, mate. You came in, you tried your best. Unfortunately for you, you're not very good at trolling. Oh, nice little flick there from Darwin. Chiesa, unlucky, he's crowded out of it. Why did Ahmad remove that? They didn't. I removed it because he's an idiot, quite frankly. Where do you watch the game? I'm watching it on Sky Sports, mate. Sky Sports main event for me. Nick, I'm tickety-boo, bro. Tickety-boo. You okay? Free kick? No. Yes. No. Yes. Referee signals free kick. Just near the halfway line, near side of the pitch. Chiesa it was who was fouled. He's back up on his feet, and it'll be a free kick to Liverpool with 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go in the first half. Jason, their goal was scored by Kwanzaa as an own goal. Unfortunately, our goal was scored by Diogo Jota with the assist from Federico Chiesa. Someone said, when did I start supporting Liverpool? In 1989. Jones isn't good enough, in my opinion. And Tim, I agree with you, my friend. I've been saying that for a long time. I keep wanting Curtis Jones to prove that he is good enough, but for every one good game he has, I think there's 2 or 3 underwhelming games from Curtis Jones. But he is certainly a pressing machine. I'll give him that. 1989 was the year that you were born, Mandy. Nice. I was 81 for me, but yeah, there you go. Squidley reckons he is good enough. Well, again, it is a case of what you like or don't like, mate. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. All I can do is give you my opinion. Gakpo. Ball inside to Jones. Back to Costas. Let's check in on the poll. So, should football scrap VAR? And so far, with 1,500 votes, 60% of you guys feel that football should scrap VAR. But keep voting away. We'll leave it up till half time. So in this game, Liverpool have had 5 shots, 1 on target. West Ham, incredibly, 0 shots on target, but are 1-0 up. Costas. Back to Gakpo. Jones. Jones goes back to Joe Gomez, tonight's captain. Connor Bradley. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, by the way, firstly, welcome to Anfield Agenda. I hope you guys are enjoying your time with us. If you're new, please do hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you for your support. Right, Costas. I was born in 2003. Oh, don't do that, Paul. Don't do that to me, bro. My daughter's even older than... No, actually, no. She's younger than you by a year. But yeah, my daughter was born in 2004. Chiesa. To Gomez. Kevin said 1957. That's the year my dad was born. My dad was born in 1957. So yeah, that's a year that certainly Kelvin, always holds a special place. Actually, I think my mother-in-law was born in 57 as well. Who do I love more, my wife or Liverpool? 100% my wife. Ah, man, 100%. I can't say this enough, bro. You're going to get lots of people in life bitching about their wife, moaning about their wife. I love my wife to bits. She's my best mate. I'm genuinely very happy and lucky I get to spend my life with my wife because she's been a great support to me. She's never ever done anything other than be a great partner, a great mother, a great wife. Yeah, very lucky. Craig, late to the party, how are we playing? We're doing okay, Nessie. We're coming back into it. Certainly didn't start off amazingly well. But yeah, found our way back into it and got the equalizer nice and quickly, thankfully. Oh, almost. Another cross in. This time was cleared by West Ham. The offside flag goes up. What else have we got in the chat? Do I pay to watch on Sky Sports? Of course, yes. So Sky Sports subscription, TNT Sports subscription, DAZN subscription, DAZN Spain subscription, Amazon subscription. Yeah, football's expensive to watch, mate. But yes, we do. Anthony said, "Me too, Craig. My wife is my happiness." I'm so lucky, honestly. She's brilliant, you know, and she gets me, which is the most important thing, because I can be a lot sometimes. I can be very strange. Right, corner. Kwanzaa puts it behind unwittingly, and it is a corner to West Ham. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Do you think I could propose to my girlfriend at Anfield? Absolutely, and I think you can also get married at Anfield, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Cresswell to take the corner on that far side. Connor said I watch it on a Fire Stick. Oh, I've got one of them as well, mate, but I tend to use that for American TV more than anything. I don't. I always try to pay for the stuff I use for our content and stuff, you know. Oh, another header that was worrying. Ball again up in the air off Endo. West Ham have kept it in, and then Darwin gives away a stupid... These are the free kicks that drive me demented. There's no need for it. Darwin comes over and barges into the back of Danny Ings, and all he's done here is give them a set-piece opportunity. It's stupid. Liz, thank you, said, "I agree, my husband of 30 years is the best person I know." Liz, but you know me. So he's the second best person, you know. Surely, Liz, come on now. It's just you and me here. Ian doesn't need to know. I'll give you a really freaky story, actually, about, not freaky in a sexual way, I mean a very weird twist in my whole relationship with my wife. 1 second. So the free kick's in, it's headed on, Bradley gets a flick, West Ham don't keep it in, and the ball goes out on the far side for a Liverpool throw-in. So here's a weird story, right? So my grandmother died just at the start of when I was going out with my wife. So my grandmother died when I was 19, and we were at the funeral. And after the funeral, Sabrina's dad came up to me and he said, "It was only when I heard your surname and your grandfather's name mentioned in the church, it turns out Sabrina's father was my grandfather's apprentice carpenter. My grandfather was the foreman of the church in Newtown Park Avenue in Blackrock where the funeral was, and Sabrina's dad worked on that as my granddad's apprentice." How weird is that? And I only found that out at the funeral. So Sabrina's dad was able to tell me more about my grandfather than my own dad was, because my granddad died when my dad was like 12 or 13. So Sabrina's dad's been able to tell me more about my granddad than anybody else. Thank you to my bold head for the super sticker, mate, or super chat. Thank you. Yeah, but how freaky was that? Like, my father-in-law was my granddad's apprentice carpenter. Like, it still blows my mind. Right. Do you know what? I didn't even notice Somerville was playing there till just now. Small world indeed, Joe. Very small world. I love these little twists, though. Right, Costas. The Baylor, or the Ballier, excuse me. Thank you, mate. The Ballier goalkeeper. Appreciate you. Case is doing well, Jordan. He's doing well. He's in possession here right now, actually. On that far side, he needs a little bit of support. Nothing on, so he goes back to Jarell Kwanzaa. Who's my man of the match so far? Let me have a think on that for a second. 1 sec. Cross in. Who's my man of the match so far? Oh, God, it's a good question. I feel Gakpo's had a very good first half. He's been involved in a lot of the build-up play we've had down the left. So, yeah, I'm probably going to side with him. You know, it'd be easy to go for Jota after the goal as well. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with Gakpo for the first half. Stephen Webb, thank you, mate. Appreciate your super chat. You didn't put in a comment, but thank you. And LFC Gamer and Vlogs. Did I have a PS1, and what were some of your favourite games for it? I didn't actually have a PS1. The first PlayStation I had was a PS2. Up until that, I think I had another games console, but I can't remember what it was. I remember going around to my mate's house and playing the PS1, but I never had one. I did get a PS2 though. Right, so we've got 1 minute. 1 minute of additional time added on at the end of the first half. And then Arne Slot will get the boys in and figure out, hopefully, a way that we can win the second half and get ourselves booked into the next round. So Mark has given me a bit of a loan watch. Stefan Bajcetic was an unused sub for Salzburg in a game they won 4-0 over Victoria, I think it was. But then again, he has played 2 games in a week, so not really unusual for him to have a rest. And thank you, Mark, for that update. Crash Bandicoot, love that. That was great. Darwin to Jota. Again, Jota tries to flick it inside. West Ham defend it. Now it's into the right channel for Bowen. Bowen crosses it. and we just about clear it, and then the ref blows up. It is half-time at Anfield, my friends. It is Liverpool 1, West Ham 1. West Ham opened the scoring, unfortunately for us, an own goal from Joel Kwanzaa, although there wasn't much you knew about it, to be honest. And then we equalised via the head of Diogo Jota with the assist from Federico Chiesa. Alan said, that was such an Irish story about your granddad, Craig. Everyone knows everyone. It is true. I've often said that, Alan. We're always only one or two people removed from knowing somebody that knows somebody, right? That's one of the good things about Ireland, though, is the fact that, you know, it's not too hard. For instance, as an example, in Ireland, if you wanted to get in contact with the Taoiseach, I reckon you could probably figure out a way to do it with one or two phone calls. Whereas if you're in a huge country like America or England or something, much more difficult to be one step or two steps removed away from the people you need to be in contact with. Right, let's end this poll. And it ended up that with 2,350 votes, 59% of you guys said the football should scrap VAR. Can I shout you out with your birthday? The Ballier goalkeeper. Well, happy birthday to you, my man. 7th of October. Nice. One day before my dad's. My dad's would have been the 8th. JD Rowling said Jones looks not fit. It rhymes with not fit. Sorry, I'm being harsh there on Curtis Jones, but Kwanzaa has been poor and Gakpo wasteful with all the touches he's had, said Dr. Webb. Wasteful? Again, it was his cross in that led to Chiesa's volley that we got the goal from. So, you know, it's all about opinions. I respect yours. I think he's had a decent first half. But look, I guess, how do I say this? I had low expectations going into this game because of how many changes we were going to see to the starting 11. So I never expected this to be a really fluid, brilliant performance until maybe we got to grips with the game a little bit. I'm very happy that after conceding, we managed to equalise so quickly, and we're going in a half-time with a chance to still figure this out. And if we need to, maybe win it from the bench. Hello, Craig. Samelian, thank you for your super chat. Said, how are you doing in this nice afternoon? Here from Argentina. Hope that River Plate got the W and got to the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores. Let's hope Liverpool progress here as well. So, one of my ambitions from a footballing perspective in life, Semelon, was always to go to a Super Classico and see Boca River Plate at the Bombonera, if I'm being really honest with you. So, congratulations to River Plate. For me, when I think of iconic football jerseys, Boca and River Plate are two of the most iconic kits in football, and I love them both, to be honest with you. I love both of the kits. I love both of the history and tradition behind the two clubs, and it's always been a dream of mine to get over to Argentina for a Super Classico. Right, only change I would make is Jones off for Dom, said on Tim. Darwin and Chiesa haven't seen the ball much. That I agree with. Maybe this is just my perception, and maybe I'm wrong, but it definitely does feel like Darwin and Chiesa haven't seen as much of the ball as perhaps on the left-hand side we've seen with Gakpo, which is weird because I remember enough build-up play down the right with the likes of Bradley and stuff, but yeah, I would like to see us maybe revert back to type and go to a 4-3-3 if we bring on a player or two from the bench and get back into a system that's more familiar to the lads. Need to rest players for the next match against Wolves. Yeah, massive game coming up this weekend against Wolves. 5:30 kickoff, by the way, just a reminder. Right, my friends, it is half time and there will be plenty of football talk, but as well, we got to have a little word from our sponsors. Don't forget, we are being brought to you tonight with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. As you can see on the screen, you can get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra or anything else at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping by using our code Anfield20 at checkout. Whether it is the Lawnmower 5.0, the Weed Whacker or Nose Hair Trimmer, the Boxer Briefs, the Shed Travel Bag, the deodorant, the ball deodorant, or whatever else you desire, you can use our code Anfield20 to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Thoughts on the game? I mean, it hasn't been vintage, Adam, let's say that. But going in at half-time 1-1, I'd have taken it when we went 1-0 down. So, yeah, I hope for a better second half. You know, it's understandable that we haven't been fluid. A lot of changes in the starting lineup, but at least we're on level terms going in at half-time. And speaking about that, actually, let's get a little look at the bench and the options available to Arne Slot. So should the gaffer want to look to the bench, these are the options that he has today. Virgil van Dijk, Luis Diaz, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, Miroslav Jaros, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Tyler Morton. They're the options that Arne has from the bench. 3-0 now to Arsenal, said Mark. Thank you for that. Fair enough to say Arsenal are booking their place in the next round of the League Cup. Actually, let me read you through all the scores for the latest games. 1 second. Right, so obviously it's West Ham and Liverpool 1-1. In the Europa League, I mean, any games of interest. Lazio 3-0 up against Dynamo Kiev. Galatasaray drawn 0-0. Manchester United 1-0 up in the shitty derby against FC Bald Fraud 20. Nice 1, Real Sociedad 1 over in France in the Europa League as well. Zubamendi's been in the book in that game as well in the first half. Martin said it's not so much the VAR should be scrapped, it's more the PGMOL that needs sorting. So I think what Whitehammer said is probably fair. If you kept semi-automated technology for offside, if you kept the goal line technology and minimise the impact of the... What really gets me about VAR, if I'm being honest, is the lack of accountability. It is this threshold of clear and obvious and the bullshit that goes with it is nonsense. Like, it is not definable. It is made up. So it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So I think I agree with Whitehammer. Keep semi-automated offsides. Keep goal line technology. And maybe one or two other little bits. But other than that, yeah, as minimal interference in the game as possible. Let me grab up your super chat, my friend. 1 second. Oh my God, is there a few here I've missed? I think there is, 1 second. Benjamin, let me get yours up first. Hello, Craig. God, ain't it nice to watch a game without the dread of VAR? How wonderful is it to watch a free-flowing game and Jones isn't good enough? I agree with you on actually all of that, Benjamin, and thank you, mate. Rusba, lovely to see you in again, my friend. Said, with this many changes, if we win, it's good enough. I think that's fairly reasonable, mate. Benjamin again, thank you. Said, for your information, people are saying Darwin ain't good. He's had zero service. Awful from the midfielders. It feels like him and Jota are almost in each other's way at times, I would like to see us revert back to a system that we're more used to, personally. And Royal Warzone, thank you, mate, for your super chat. Said, when will we see Trey and Jaden this year? So, for Trey Leone, we did think he was probably going to be in the squad today because he was left out of the 21s last night. With regards to Jaden Dans, unfortunately he had a back injury, which meant he couldn't go out on loan. I think he should be close enough to return from that back injury, but at the time when it happened, it was about 2 months, I think, was the prognosis, so hopefully soon. Curtis Jones is the only player deserving of criticism, says Craig. And not this Craig, another one. Darwin no service, said I have the high ground. Tony Hoare said, I wouldn't risk Maka or Dom. Let these guys get the minutes in. They need to get the rust out. Maybe Morton on at 60 or 65. Dylan said, Jota playing really well. Craig, can you make us a Super 6 league? It's a Sky Sports game where choose 6 games a week. Oh, I know what Super 6 is, mate, but how do I say this without sounding like an asshole? If I'm going to start promoting something like that, then somebody best be cutting me a check. I'm not going to start highlighting Super 6 for Sky or anything without... And do you know what? I've stayed away from betting stuff for a long time as well with regards to the channel, so even though that is free to enter. But yeah, if Sky want to cut me a check, then we can talk about Super 6s. Sam said, Craig, why is Chiesa not being given the ball? Nobody's passing to him. It's a joke. again, I do agree that he hasn't seen enough of the ball. What I don't feel comfortable giving my opinion on is why. Because, remember, I'm watching the game and I'm chatting with you guys and I'm reading comments, so I'm trying to keep an eye on everything at the same time. And I've definitely noticed that he hasn't got an awful lot of touches of the ball or possession, but I don't know as to why, whether it is the service, whether it's the positions he's taken up. Remember, it's weird seeing Jota and Darwin, and they're both seemingly operating in half spaces. Darwin more to the right, Diogo more to the left, and then we've got the wider players there as well. So, yeah, I don't like Jota and Darwin both being on, basically. Will, thank you, mate, for your super chat. Said, hiya, Craig. If Chiesa had more of the ball, Darwin would probably have more service. Jones is woeful. I feel like Curtis Jones is getting an awful lot of stick today. And do you know what? I can understand it, but... And just to put this all into context, by the way, SofaScore have Chiesa rated the highest player for Liverpool so far on their scoring system. Azan said Anfield Agenda's best channel ever. Only because of people like yourself, mate, that make up our community. So thank you for that, Azan. Right, let's have a look at some of the stats at half-time. As you can see on the screen here now, with thanks to our friends at Lineup Builder. It is 67% possession to Liverpool. 6 shots from Liverpool, 1 on target. 6 for West Ham, with 1 on target as well. 3 corners to 2 corners. 310 passes for Liverpool, 154 for West Ham. Liverpool with a very high and respectable 92% pass accuracy. And we don't have the XG up yet. So, yeah, there we go. There's some stats for you for halftime anyway. What's this one from Mark? So, some stats on Chiesa actually in the first half. LFC Transfer Room, full credit to them for posting this on X. Accurate passes, 9 out of 11. Chances created 2. Big chances created 1. Shots off target 2. Touches 21. Touches into the opposition penalty area 3. And passes into the final third 2. Devdada said, love your channel, mate. Thank you. Appreciate you, mate. Really do. So, ladies and gentlemen, at halftime, just a reminder, if you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream as well. Thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. As you know, 20% off and free shipping with a code Anfield20. And, yeah, big 45 to come. And we will be taking you through everything, whether it goes to penalties or whether we get through and it goes to the draw afterwards. We'll be staying live to take you through penalty shooter if indeed that happens. And reminder, if it's tied at the end of 90 minutes in stoppage time, there's no extra time. It's straight to penalties. And the draw for the 4th round is coming up after the game as well. Is Diaz on the bench? Yes, he is. I'll go through the bench for you in a second, bro. Just 1 sec. Sarah said, I hope you reach 1 million subs. So do I, Sarah. So do I. For a couple of reasons. One, do you know, I actually find it mad that no Liverpool content creator on YouTube has got 1 million subs. You know, you've got United, with obviously the United stand, AFTV, and you would expect Liverpool to be there and thereabouts. So if ever somebody's going to get 1 million subscribers for Liverpool content, why not? Why not us? Love from Spain, Luke. How are we? Are we on holidays, Luke, or are we living in Spain? But either way, mate, thank you for joining us. No changes for Liverpool. Thank you, Mark, for that one. What's my water? Volvic. Always Volvic. Right, so the bench. I did promise our friend I'd read out the bench. So it's Virgil van Dijk, Luis Diaz, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Mo Salah, Andy Robertson, Miroslav Yaros, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Tyler Morton. That is the Liverpool bench. Caroline is Irish. Kunasitatu Makara. How are we? Salah shouldn't be in the squad. I understand Salah being in the squad because you want to have firepower on the bench, right? If you want to have to rescue this game or win it late. So I understand him being in the squad. Yeah. Fahim, thank you, bro. Appreciate you saying love to your vids. I really do, mate. Thank you for your support. Right, second half about to get underway. A reminder, Liverpool will be attacking the Kop in the second half. No changes from Arne Slot. Right, we're on the way. Ball goes to Kelleher, who of course does the decent thing and launches the ball out left-hand side. Random question, where do you shop? I don't think, and honestly, we're loyal to any one shop. So we do some shopping in Tesco, some in Dunnes Stores, a few bits in Lidl and Aldi. Genuinely, like, super value. We shop around. Wayne said, Craig, love your passion for this great club and a great guy running it. Top job. Much love, Wayne. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Do you think it'll go to penalties? I certainly hope not, mate. Penalties, we'll back Queeveen if it does, but, they're always dicey, aren't they, penalties? I can never watch them either. Azan, I've already said hello to you, bro. I said hello to you. You might not have heard me, but I said hello to you a few minutes ago and said thank you for your kind words about the channel. Super Muffin, there you go. That's what the wife calls me in the bedroom. Welcome in, mate, and thank you for joining Anfield Agenda FC from one super muffin to another. Ball crossed in, looking like it was going deep towards Chiesa. West Ham get ahead on it and put it behind. It'll be a Liverpool corner here to start the second half. Lidl has fake food. Mostly go to Lidl for the likes of the cleaning stuff, mate, and the bakery. Come on, be honest now. Little Bakery is top level for what you're getting there. But, yeah, that's what we go there for, the cleaning stuff mainly. Flicked on. Oh, unlucky. Ball breaks out to the box to Jones. Even he has a little laugh at the state of his shot. It wasn't great. And it went high and wide. We've got to win before penalties, right? Well, yes, we want to win, Chris, but again, there's no extra time tonight. If it's level after 90 and stoppage time, it goes to penalties. Little Bakery's the reason why I wake up in the morning. Little Bakery's top notch. I don't care what anyone says. Like, when you can go in there and get your pecan, maple pecan, or your apple turnover for next to nothing, I'm on board with that. The Ballier said, Craig, are you a Liverpool fan? Yes, sir, I am. Subscribe just now. Love the commentary. Thank you, Ben. Lovely to have you with us, mate. Appreciate your support. Right, we are going to sync up in a minute. Sorry, I forgot to sync up. I got so excited about chatting with everyone. I forgot to sync up. There was an appeal for a penalty there from West Ham. I mean, the ball, the arms were right down by Gomez's side, and it was waved away very quickly by the referee. Can I say hi to your brother Rayhan? Of course, Rayhan. How are you, mate? Welcome. West Ham now in possession with Bowen right side. Liverpool win it back. Gonna sync up when it gets to 49 minutes, so bear with me. Jones, move the ball, mate. Stop taking so much out of it. Ball out left side to Gakpo. Jones slips in. Jota. Goal! Go on! Diogo makes it 2-1. He's back on fire. Slipped in by Curtis Jones into the left-hand channel. Diogo Jota, keeper comes out, side-footed into the goal. Liverpool lead by 2-1. It's Diogo Jota with a brace. He's been restored to the starting 11 and he's repaid Arne Slot's fate. 1 goal with his head, 1 goal with his foot. 2 goals for Diogo, and the Reds are ahead by 2-1. We love that. What a turnaround. Where's your Liverpool shirt, t-shirt? I don't wear them because I don't really like Nike. And my Liverpool shirt that I did buy for this season, mate, is the black and teal one, and I can't wear it on the green screen because it looks see-through because green screen. So But yes, Diogo Jota, lovely little side foot finish there past the keeper. Jones slips it into him, so credit to Curtis Jones. It was a beautifully weighted pass into him. Diogo Jota opens up his body, side foots it past the keeper into the corner, and the Reds are back where we want to be, which is ahead. So, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. What a turnaround. 1-0 down to 2-1 up. People still hating on Jones despite the assist. Well, he's been crap. Like, we can't just make stuff up. Like, Jones has not had a great game, but that was a very good pass, and he gets deservedly the credit for it. But I don't think it's hate when somebody says someone's not playing well. I think it's just an opinion. Hate is saying it every week despite evidence to the contrary, or just being an asshole about it. I think most people are honest in their assessments of what they see from Curtis Jones. Right. Oh, West Ham now. Again, burst into the penalty area. Endo caught in possession. Do you know, I don't think Endo's going to have done himself too much favours with the gaffer today. He's not done really anything wrong, but I was hoping he could put in a really, really top performance to wrestle himself back into Arne Slot's thinking. What's this one? Oh my God. So, here's a bit of a mad stat from Martin Ziegler of The Times. And thank you, Mark, for sending this on. Are you ready for this? Premier League's legal costs hit £50 million last season. Higher than expected because of the Manchester City Chelsea PSR cases mounting up. 50 million quid spent by the Premier League on legal matters. Wow. Peter, again, I don't like you coming in trying to just belittle my own community, mate, by saying Curtis Jones haters eat your heart out. The dude played a pass. Well done. And he gets his credit for it. But don't come in like Curtis Jones has been amazing and tearing it up, trying to be an asshole to Peter or to people in the chat. He's not played well, but he gets the credit for a very good assist, a great way to pass. But, you know, I don't like people coming in to belittle other people just because they have an opinion that is shared by most people that Jones wasn't playing that well. And also, this haters talk is bullshit. I'm fed up with people calling any criticism of anybody a hater. It's not. Adam, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. As Danny said, we'd all love for Jones to rip it up every week. Absolutely. And look, if you want proof of that, go back to the period where Curtis Jones was going through that really good purple patch, and you'll see us all on here saying how great he was and how wrong we were. You know, we're not afraid, nor is our community afraid to put our hands up if they're wrong about something. But Jones has a lot to prove. But again, credit to him because it was a brilliant pass and a very good weighted pass into Diogo Jota. Sterling scored for Arsenal. Yay! All good. 07 game and all good. Kelleher across to Gomez. Pressure comes on him. Messy lads. You can see that they're not used to the way Arne wants them to play out from the back there. Yeah, a bit messy that from Joe Gomez. West Ham players are going to ground very easily whenever they get near the penalty area. Good switch up this. Darwin. Wide right. Oh, he tries to square it to Chiesa, West Ham get a challenge in and the ball finds its way through to the keeper. Unlucky there. Almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool have turned it around from an early goal to lead by 2-1. Diogo Jota with both the Liverpool goals. Thoughts on the Champions League being on Prime? I think it's one game every week on Prime, if I'm not mistaken. But it isn't in Ireland. On Ireland, it's on Premier Sports still. So, from people who did watch our first game on Prime, I didn't get great feedback from people about the commentary and the coverage of the game. But, yeah. Again, I haven't seen it, so I haven't got an opinion on it. For me, it's on Premier Sport in Ireland, so I'm lucky in that regard. Bowen now, wide right. Cross comes in. Again, Liverpool defenders getting themselves in a bit of a mess here. Second ball in. Again, it's all kind of very chaotic back there. Endo hooks it away. West Ham still in possession. How's Kwanzaa playing? Not great. I'm not going to lie. Him and Gomez haven't been great today. Again, understandable with the amount of changes made. That's basically a whole new back four. But yeah, it's been a bit chaotic back there at times. How's Harvey doing? He's great, thanks, Irfan. He's really good. He got a nice bag of bones from the butchers today, actually. So he's happy as a pig in poo out there in the kitchen chowing down on a fresh bone. Endo runs into midfield and gives the ball away, which again isn't great. Liverpool have it back with Gomez, and then Costas plays the ball out off Alvarez. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in on the far side. Salah is stripped off and ready to come on for Liverpool. Arne Slot obviously feels like he needs some assurances here, so he's looking for the third. Paqueta is getting ready to come on for West Ham as well. I mean, we're getting a little look at the iPad there of West Ham, see where they want them to line up. Right, so we are 57 minutes, 30 seconds in. It's Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. West Ham's goal came from, unfortunately, an own goal from Kwanzaa, although there wasn't much he could do about it. Liverpool's 2 goals both came from Diogo Jota. Ads on YouTube drive me crazy. Well, you do want your favourite content creators to be able to earn a living, right? You know, all content on YouTube is free. So advertising is the way that people are able to do this for a living, mate. So I get it. I'm sure you're frustrated at all, but YouTube Premium means no ads. So, you know, there is an option there. Chiesa replaced by Mohamed Salah. Not a surprise, that, to be fair. We did know that he wasn't able to play 90. The manager told us that already. So McAllister is going to be coming on as well. So, yeah, Diogo Jota. Wow, surprising. So, McAllister's on. It looks like we're going to go to a more familiar midfield now with a 4-3-3 with Endo, Jones and McAllister. Salah obviously out to the right, and it'll be Darwin now probably to push to the centre, make it a bit more of a familiar system for the lads. So, again, just to confirm, McAllister and Salah on, Jota and Chiesa off. And here comes Paqueta for West Ham. Doom. One sec. Okay. That's weird. That's weird. Why is that moving? Sorry, I'm talking to myself here. There we go. Antonio on as well for West Ham. So they're obviously gone to Try and get this equaliser. Cross in. Oof. Salah is 11, not 14. Again, this is a Conor Crosby thing. I think we need to update Salah's number, Connor. 7-inch Destroyer, how are you? Said just tuned in, how's the game? A lot better than it was, mate, after we went 1-0 down. So, yes, happy to have wrestled it back and gone ahead. Lovely to have you in with us as well, mate, and thank you for your super chat. Free kick here to Liverpool. 30 minutes to go. What's this? So Connor said it's a visual glitch. Our system is messing up with Salah. He has it as number 11, but he's trying to refresh it, so bear with us. Yeah, it's a visual glitch. We do know he's supposed to be 11. It's just our system messing it down. So we'll try and get the grips with that one. Who scored? Both of them were scored by Jota, mate, and their goal was a Kwanzaa own goal. Right. Kwanzaa now in possession to Bradley. Yeah, this certainly looks like a more familiar setup from us. You've got Jones dropping into the advanced right-hand side of midfield. Endo in the deeper position. McAllister out there on the left. Darwin through the centre. Technology, great if it works. Dude, if I told you how much we spent on that technology as well, yeah, it's frustrating when these things happen, but we will adhere to do our best. Right, ball slipped in. Good ball. Unlucky. So that was a great run from Curtis Jones. It was a nice ball slipped into him. Keeper came out and Jones tried to toe poke it past the keeper. He was being dragged on a little bit and yeah, unlucky. It was good build-up play. It was good play from Curtis Jones as well, to be fair. Here's a better opportunity to have a look at it. No, that's what the hell? I mean, Kwanzaa got the most probably deserved yellow card you're going to see. So he drags down Mikel Antonio, but then grabs the back of his collar and really horse collars him down to the ground. No questions about that yellow card anyway. But, of course, it gives West Ham another set-piece opportunity, which we have to defend better. We're defending this about 3 yards ahead of the 18-yard box. Cresswell to take it. He goes diagonal with it. Bradley loses his footing. And I think the referee gives a free kick to Liverpool there for a foul on Conor Bradley. Is Kwanzaa having a good game? No, he isn't, mate. He's not. I don't want to sound like he's been terrible, but we have looked a little bit shaky at the back. Certainly no fault at Kwanzaa for the own goal. That was just really unlucky for him. I mean, Curtis Jones was definitely being tugged back there, by the way. His arm was being grabbed behind him. Okay, Peter, you're just being an arsehole now. Sorry, Peter Green, but that's one time too many, mate. Right, throw into Liverpool, far side. Do I think men like football so they don't talk to each other about their feelings? Christian, have you just tuned into this channel, bro? Because I talk about my feelings all the time, mate. My mental health, my feelings, my hunger at times. But men are, do you know what? If you tried to explain to somebody why people watch football, it'd be difficult. But I think, I don't know, it's the tribalism of it, I think, I love. What? It's somebody want to tell Costas which way he's playing. Corner. Wake up, you dozy git. Costas, what is he at? He's, oh my God. Put your foot through it and put it out for a throw-in, dude. Ends up in Soler having a strike. Kelleher making a save and it being a West Ham corner. Right, 65 minutes on the clock. Another West Ham corner. Look at it. Look McAllister marking Kilman. He can barely headbutt his nuts. He's that small compared to him. Why is he... Oh my God, this does my head in. Look at this. McAllister. He'd be lucky if he could headbutt his kneecap and he's marked. What's he going to do aerially there against him? Somerville tries to burst into the penalty area. Salah's back doing some defending. Oh, what a save from Kelleher again. Oh my days. Again, just messing about at the back. West Ham get another opportunity. Thankfully for us, they dwell on it. And Kelleher finally jumps out and grasps at it. But just messy. Great save from Kelleher. And then again... Oh, thank God he made a mess of that. Well done, Kelleher. Double save there from Kelleher. But wake up, boys. Wake up. Costa's there trying to sniff the grass. Wake up, lads. Havertz scored for Arsenal. I can't say this enough, mate. I don't care. Who cares if Havertz scored for Arsenal? I couldn't give a shite. And you've wrote it about 5 times as well, mate. Yellow card there for a foul on Costas. Chris Tatton Music, how are you, mate? Thank you for your super chat. Very kind of you. Said Craig, it seems that not many of the changes or the people that have been brought in have done themselves many favours to get regular plays. What do you think? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the players who have come in. Like, I think Jones has not done himself any harm nor any favours. Endo definitely hasn't done himself any favours. Costas, I would say, hasn't done himself any favours. Kelleher, as always, steady, great performance from him. Gomez and Kwanzaa, again, probably not done themselves any favours, but it is an all-new back four, so I don't expect them to be at their best, in all honesty. You know, I'm trying to be fair about it, but yeah. So West Ham have gone short with a goal kick. Right, that's a fake score, Bobby, so you're getting banned. Man United are 1-1, by the way, in the Ten Hag derby. 1-1 against FC Twente at home in the Europa League. Thursday nights are Europa nights. Get used to that, United. Corner to West Ham. Corner. I don't know what the referee Madley's waiting for. He's not going to have VAR in his ear. Lopetegui crying as well. Where's Madley off to? He must be over to book them or something, is it? Yeah, over to give Lopetegui a yellow. I mean, it didn't even hit his arm. Like, they're just absolute... Look. It comes off his belly, hits his elbow and goes out, and his arms are down by his side. Did they understand the rules of football? Absolute gobshites. Somebody call a ambulance there for Lopetegui, will you? Clear it, boys. Clear it. Oh, we're giving up too many half chances here. This time another strike from West Ham, but it flies over the crossbar, thankfully. Chris Lawrence, thank you, mate. Said time for Trent and VVD control the game. Yeah, we could certainly do with a little bit of control. I agree with you on that one. I thought McAllister would help out in that regard, and certainly Salah as well, but it's looking like if there is another goal in this game, West Ham are more likely. But in saying that, we could catch them on the counter. So 70 minutes gone, 20 to go. Liverpool 2-1 up, but West Ham certainly looking more likely. Well done, Kwanzaa. Nice header. Endo. Wrong way, mate. Wrong way. Salah. Nice spread of play. Lovely ball from Mo out to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo now wide left. Ball gets caught under his feet a bit. West Ham clear it. Unlucky. Lovely vision that from Mo. Got his head up. Played a lovely diagonal ball out to Gakpo. And then it breaks down from there. Is it pens if 2-2? Yes, mate. Any draw full time and it will go to penalty kick straight away. There'll be no extra time or anything. But hopefully for us it won't get to there, right? Trevor, thank you, mate. Loads of love from South Africa. Appreciate you, my friend. We've loads of South Africans in the chat. We're always very fortunate to have good viewership from South Africa. Arna and Sipka Hulshoff having a little convo on the sideline here, as obviously they look to see a way to stem this flow from West Ham, because they're really getting confident as they push on here for an equaliser. A little bit of treatment to one of the Liverpool players here, by the way. And while we are seeing that treatment, just a little bit of a stat. 51% in the last 5 minutes of the ball was being inside Liverpool's half. 31% in midfield, 18% in the West Ham end. So West Ham certainly dominating territorially over the last few minutes. Endo is back up on his feet and making his way onto the side of the pitch. Looks like he was winded or something. Morton should get a go. Yeah, I would have no issues with Tyler Morton getting some time. So, 17 and a half to go. So far, so good. 2-1 to Liverpool. Remember, the draw for the fourth round is coming up after the game as well. And if you haven't, my friends, please do hit that subscribe button for us. Tanzania in the house as well. Tunda, welcome in, my friend. Again, West Ham trying to get in behind. Ball played in. Will you get... The amount of time West Ham players fall to the ground is quite frankly embarrassing. What's Bowen moaning for now? Paqueta plays the ball in. Bowen's... I think he felt Kwanzaa got the last touch and probably went to the corner, but Liverpool in possession now with Costas. Endo. Kwanzaa out to Mo. Salah, nice ball in to Bradley. Reverts back. Mo. Golazzo! Molazzo! 3-1. The great man has done it. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Running down the wing. Salah, la, 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 the Egyptian king. Molazzo. 3-1. That is game, set and match, my friends. Mohamed Salah with the goal to give us a bit of breathing room. Liverpool 3, West Ham 1. Your boy Mohamed Salah showing up, comes off the bench, grabs himself a goal. And that, my friends, should do it. Starts off the attack, squares the ball in to Bradley. Bradley plays it across. There's a shot blocked that falls to Mohamed Salah. First time left-footed strike into the roof of the net. Great, great instincts that from Mo. Came at him quickly, but straight away, one touch, bang, roof of the net. Good stuff. So it was a strike from McAllister that was blocked, came back to Mo, and he side foots the first time into the roof of the net. Whoop whoop! Top G, you predicted 3-1 at half time, mate, so credit where it's due. Gambia in the house as well. Welcome in. Look, wherever you guys are tuning in from, it is a pleasure to be here with you, and thank you for showing us your support. Thoughts on Gakpo? I love Cody Gakpo, Connor. I think we're really fortunate on the left side to have two amazing options in Gakpo and Diaz. Oh, Antonio now in on the right hand side for West Ham. Still Antonio. Cross in. Cresswell. Kelleher gets a touch. Well done, Creeping. Once again. Whatever's asked of him, he does. There goes Mo. Look at him. Leaving him for dead. Go on, Mo. Go on. Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, he's been brought down after the ball. Just shithouse challenge, ref. He's already been booked. Get him off. He's gone. So long. Farewell. Bye-bye, red card, adios, off you pop. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, asshole. Bye-bye. Took Salah out like a bitch, like a coward off the ball. Late challenge on Salah just because he left him for dead. Look, couldn't take it, couldn't take it. Couldn't take the great man making a show of you, so you have to foul him. Off you pop. Alvida's aim pet. Away you go. Oh, yes. West Ham down to 10. And 3-1 down. Is it Derry or Londonderry? It's absolutely Derry. 1,000,000% Derry. Derry. Isn't called Londonderry, girls, is it? It's Derry. Do. And by the way, that's not an anti-UK stance or anything. That's just it's too bleeding long to call it Londonderry. It's Derry. Just shorten everything down. Our two centre-backs are clowns. You're a fucking clown. Imagine coming in and your first thought is, let's slag off our two centre-backs when we're 3-1 up. Weird. Bowen coming off as well. Look at him. Get a little sniff of it. Take a piece of grass with you, Jared. You know, it could have been. You could have been at Liverpool, mate. Take a little bit of grass with you for the trip home. Do you know what I mean? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Bottle that atmosphere, Jared. Bottle it. And here comes Kudus. Here comes Tyler Morton as well. Perfect opportunity for Arne Slot to give Tyler Morton a few minutes. Good. Delighted for Mo as well, by the way. Obviously, he's had a little bit of a dry patch in front of goal last couple of games, so lovely to see him come off the bench today and grab himself a goal, and it was a difficult one as well. Came at him quickly. Oh, delighted with this, lads. Delighted with it. 3-1 up. Booked our place into the next round. The draw, don't forget, is coming up after the game, so stay with us. McAllister. Oh! Unlucky. McAllister hits a great shot. I think the keeper might get a touch on it. Let's have a look. McAllister hits a shot from about 25 yards. Oh, it's a great save. It's a great save. The keeper gets a hand on it. It hits the post. Ricochets back to Cody Gakpo. He tries to adjust himself, but it's there really quickly. And it just doesn't sit and it ends up in the keeper's hand. But a great save, that. Nick, thank you, mate, for your super chat. Said, hello, legend. Massive fan from Australia. You're the best. Let's go, Reds. What's your thoughts on Chiesa? Good signing. Do you think we have a chance on all fronts this season? So, firstly, Nick, thank you, mate. Really appreciate your support. Certainly not a fan. You're a friend. Unless you mean, of course, of Liverpool, in which case, absolutely. And what's my thoughts on Chiesa? I'm really happy with it. I mean, to think we signed a player, mate, for 12 million quid who is capable of being a 50, 60, 70 million quid footballer and looks really happy to be here as well, Nick. I'm delighted with the signing, and I wish him nothing but the best at Liverpool. You know, another thing, Nick, I've said this so many times, is I've not seen a player who looks happier to sign for the club than him. His signing day vlog will stay with me for a long time. He genuinely looked buzzing to be at Liverpool. Oh, Bradley caught in possession there. Messi. Oh, thankfully for us, Somerville dragged the shot wide. Conor Bradley caught in possession as he looked to get forward. Antonio dispossessed them. It was then played into Crescencio Somerville left-hand side. His strike was dragged, thankfully, about a yard wide of Kelleher's left-hand post. Good. Actually, look at the recovery from Kwanzaa here. Very, very good recovery speed from Kwanzaa there to try and put off Somerville. GK Reality, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Only one of them is a full sleeve, though. One of them's a half sleeve, one of them's a full sleeve. Right, so Costas is coming off. So, Morton on, Robbo on, Costas off, and Endo off. So, again, pretty understandable changes from the gaffer. Robbo getting a few minutes, and of course, he gets the captain's armband as well, Andy Robertson, as he comes on. And Tyler Morton, good to see him get some minutes in midfield. Right, so 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Liverpool 3-1 up. If you haven't seen who scored the goals, it was a brace from Diogo Jota, and then Mohamed Salah came off the bench to make it 3-1. West Ham also down to 10 men as Alvarez was sent off for a second yellow. Kelvin, no contract updates made, but I am recording with David Lynch tomorrow afternoon, so I will adhere to ask him when we're chatting tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that video dropping tomorrow evening. Sam from Malaysia, appreciate you, mate. Welcome in. Hope life is treating you well, sir. Final score mark gave us there Arsenal 5, Bolton 1. I promise you, Calvin, I'm as anxious over the contract negotiations, mate, as your good self. And yeah, Craig, you're mad as a brush, loving the banter. Colin from Dublin, thank you, Colin. Do you know what, mate? My wife used to think that I was a lone lunatic, that I was the only fella that was screaming at televisions and all. And I think she was surprised when she realised that I wasn't on my own, that there were fellow lunatics and lunaticesses all around the world who were also screaming at their TVs. But appreciate you, man. Welcome in. Do you know what, as well, Colin? I'm a pretty normal, calm dude most of the time, believe it or not. But football just, I don't know, just does something to you, doesn't it? Going to Anfield this year, going to the City match. Nice, Bobby, well in. I'm going over to the Lille game in the Champions League in January. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's been about three and a half years since I've been over, so definitely time. Although that being said, we are in Liverpool for a live show, August the 15th. If you'd like to come and see us, not August the 15th, Craig, November the 15th, at the Hot Water Comedy Club. You can get your tickets with the link in the description of this stream. It's an all ages event as well, meaning everybody can come along. Grandad, grandma, your teenager, anybody wants to come along can come along, and you can get your tickets either at the Hot Water Comedy Club website or in the link in the description of this stream. I think just over half the tickets have gone anyway, so if you are thinking of coming, you can still get your tickets. Right, Gakpo. Strike! Unlucky, Cody. Unlucky. Unlucky. Ever thought about doing a few fan interviews outside the stadium when you go to it's the Lille game, Kelvin? No, do you know what? I don't really like fan cams, to be honest with you. Again, I've nothing against anybody who does them, each to their own. But it's not the type of content that I want us to be doing, to be perfectly honest. But again, I'm not judging anybody else that does it. I just find the fan cams can often get very divisive. Right, 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Yeah, is it fair to say Curtis needs too much time to make a decision? I think if you were to look at one of the things maybe you would criticise Jones on, at times, yes, he does dwell a little bit too much in possession. But you give him his flowers today for his assist as well. It was a very good weighted ball into Diogo Jota for a second. Antonio. Oh, well done, Kelleher again. He's so reliable, Kelleher, isn't he? Draw next week. No, draws tonight, Sandra. Draws after the game. We're going to stay on and bring you the draw. So don't be going anywhere. When the referee blows up, we're going to be staying on to bring you guys the 4th round draw. Still 1-1, by the way, at Old Trafford in the Europa League against FC20. Good to see United have found their level there. Oh, unlucky Darwin. Go on. No, cleared off the line. Thought that was our 4th. Jones was unlucky there. So Darwin's played in. He does really well. Brings it back to the byline, back around, played across the front of goal. Jones comes sliding in, and then the ball is kind of cleared from just in front of the West Ham line. Do you think Man City are finished without Rodri? Wouldn't say finished, but it's a huge loss. You know, he's a tremendous player, Rodri, so it's definitely a big miss for them. Wes said, I love Bradley, but this has been a bit rough. I think that's fair. I'm a huge Conor Bradley fan as well. But today he has looked a little bit off it. But that being said, he is, it is difficult for lads to come straight back in without any rhythm. It's tough to come drop into a game like that where you haven't really played much and then expect him to be at his best. But look, I'm just happy we're getting the result. Will there be a behind the scenes video? Actually, on that, I'll show you a photo of what it looks like, what I see on a match day. I'm going to share a photo with you now in a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share a photo with you guys in a second, and I'm going to show you what it looks like behind the scenes. Ooh, volley from the edge of the box. Right, so this is what my setup looks like. So you guys never see this, but this is what it looks like. Let me just make this smaller for you. Second. So big a picture, 1 sec. Yeah. So this is my setup on a match day. 1 sec. So yes, this is what my setup looks like. Such a big picture. There you go. That's what my setup looks like. So when I'm doing a stream, this is what's in front of me. Just so if you ever wondered what it looks like on this side of the camera, that's what it looks like. Right, ball out left side. Gakpo. Darwin, back to Gakpo. Still Gakpo. 4-1. Go on, Cody. Go on. Gakpo. 4-1. Somebody called it in the chat, said Gakpo wanted a goal today. Well, he's got it. He plays a little 1-2 with Darwin. Cuts back in onto his right foot. And then, pow. Gakpo. 4-1. Game over. Cody Gakpo gets a goal. We love that. Well in, Cody. deserved the goal as well for his performance. Little 1-2 with Darwin, gets it back right on the edge of the 18-yard box, arrows it into the bottom corner, keeper's near post, and it's 4-1. Boom. There you go. So yes, Darwin assist, absolutely. Five minutes added on, by the way, with a referee. 5 minutes of stoppage time. I mean, I'll take this, folks. 4-1. Remember, last year we beat them 5-1 in the League Cup. So, following on from that. Leon as well said, don't forget to like the stream. Great job again. Thank you, Leon. And apologies, I'm only getting around to that comment now, mate. But thank you, Leon Cook. And here's one from Ness. He said, I'm loving this Diaz versus Gakpo for left wing. Much needed. It is a really good headache, isn't it, for Arne Slot to have? Both of those gents on the left side doing really well. Callum said, clean setup. Thank you. It took a few years to get to that point, mate. Back in the early days, it was shoe boxes and whatever we could do to get the stream on. But yes, thankfully over the years we've managed to add a few bits in along the way. I tell you what, I love this. I love the fact we were 1-0 down, and again, we didn't let it bother us. We figured it out, and we're 4-1 up. Oh, Slot. La 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 la. Oh, Slot. La 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 la. Oh, another strike. Oh, this time it's saved. Robbo it was, getting into the penalty area, getting a strike. Salah now, wide right. Cresswell's out there with him. Rabadam said Gakpo easily man of the match. Incredible game by him. Well, we will be asking you to vote for your man of the match. We'll get a poll up when the game is over. Thank you, Rabadam, as always. Tom Yuri said, do you want to know something funny? Man United are drawing with FC Twente in the Europa League. In the Europa League. Gakpo. Oh, so it's gone in again. It's gone in again. 5-1. Gakpo with another one. Gakpo with a brace. Gakpo by 2. So it is 5-1. Same score as last year. We love that. Love that, Cody. 5-1 to the Reds. This will do. This will do. Best shooter from range in the team. Trent, Gakpo, Don Maka or someone else. I don't know. Gakpo's had a few from distance. So I'm probably going to side with Cody on that one. But then again, he has just scored. So it took a deflection anyway. But Gakpo does well. Uses his strength. Strikes from the edge of the box. I think it comes off Todibo. I think it's Todibo. So Gakpo does really well. Turns the defenders inside out. Gets a strike away. Ricochets off the defender's ankles. It is Todibo. Yep, comes off Todibo's left leg and goes in past the keeper to make it Liverpool 5-1 up. Arne Slot, I think he looks happy. (5-1). Different season. Same old 5-1 whooping of West Ham in the League Cup. So that's 10-2 on aggregate over 2 seasons playing them in the League Cup. And my friends, there's over 5,000 people in the live chat now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes as well. We need 200 more likes, so do hit that like button. So it's finished at Old Trafford. Manchester United of the Europa League won. FC Twente also of the Europa League won. Good to see they found their level anyway. Craig looks like one of them dodgy people. Check his hard drive. All you'll see is pictures of your ma. So you can have a look at my hard drive if you want, mate, but I don't want to embarrass your family in that way. So Craig looks like one of them people that you'll never be, mate. One of those people that's actually achieved something in his life, where little piss ants like you are sitting at home dreaming of the day you get to come on and do some of this. But go fuck yourself. 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis all over. So, hard drive cleared. Craig happy. Score 5-1. We'll take that. You think they would have learned by now. Don't come in and talk. You know, don't come in and have a pop at the king. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win. Doom, 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 doom. 'Tis all over. A finished Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. A brace from Diogo Jota, a brace from Cody Gakpo, and a goal from Mohamed Salah as well. I'm very pleased about that, as I'm sure you guys are as well. Don't be going anywhere though, because we're going to be asking you to vote for your Anfield Agenda Man of the Match soon. And also, to our friend a minute ago, Jamsy, or whatever your name was. Dude, the hard drive jokes were like 5 years ago. You're playing catch up. You know what I mean? Those hard drive jokes were funny 5 years ago. Even I don't use them anymore. Everything's in the cloud these days. Obviously, all my porn viewing's in the cloud, mate. Weird. Anyway, burned in the glory of the Craig, said Didinho. We love that, mate. Well in, and thank you for your super chat. So yeah, quiz question. Liverpool scored 6 today, but we only have 5. How was that? Curtis, I hate that, by the way. I hate begging signs for jerseys. I do. I love seeing kids getting given a jersey, don't get me wrong. And fair play to Curtis Jones there. But I hate seeing this. Go in with a sign up and beg for a shirt. I don't like it personally. But delighted to see Curtis Jones giving the young man his shirt. And he does that quite often, to be fair to Curtis. Adam said 0-0. Who saw that coming? Huh? 0-0? 5-1. 5-1, bro. Let me stop the clock, actually. Right, so the man of the match poll is up if you would like to have your vote. Options are Diogo Jota, Cody Gakpo, Mo Salah and Federico Chiesa. I mean, surely there's only going to be one winner of the man of the match poll, but we will leave that up for you guys to vote away on. Benjamin, how are you, sir? Said, madness. Every time I criticise Jones, he has a little spell which makes me go, but I will stick to my guns. Jones is still a squad player. Look, I think he improved as the game went on, and I certainly think Jones had a better second half than he did first half. I want to give him his credit as well for a very good assist to Diogo Jota. It was a perfectly weighted pass into him. But yeah, look, we're going to stay on for the draw as well. So stick with us. We're going to bring you the draw. I'm just looking through here. Yeah, we're going to bring you the draw. A reminder, Liverpool will be ball number 15, 1-5 in the draw. And that is coming up soon, so stick with us. How is Kelleher not on the list? I didn't make the list, mate. I would have put Kelleher on it, to be fair. But, yeah. So there, look, a brand new thing we have now. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Connor has asked you to give us your player ratings. So you can fill out that Google form, and that will give you an opportunity for you to share your player ratings with us. So do work on that, and this is something we're going to be introducing moving forward as well. So make sure that you take your chance to have a say and give us your player ratings. Right, let's have a look at some of the underlying numbers from today's game. It finished... Oh, is that on tonight or tomorrow? Oh, it's tomorrow. Cool. So, it finished Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. Possession, 62% for Liverpool, 38% for West Ham. Liverpool with an incredible 21 strikes on goal, 11 on target. West Ham, 12 shots on goal, 3 on target. Corners, 5 for Liverpool, 4 to West Ham. 533 completed passes by Liverpool, 334 by West Ham. 91% pass accuracy from Liverpool, which is incredible. And 18 tackles for Liverpool, 21 for West Ham. Oh, that was a surprise face. Sorry, Adam. That was a surprise face. My apologies, mate. Sorry. But yes, Gakpo was brilliant when he came on. Absolutely buzzing for him. Look, this was a pretty much perfect day, right? We wanted lads to get minutes on their legs, and they did. Chiesa got a good solid hour under his belt. The changes that we needed to give a bit of daylight in the game worked as well. But you know what? Most importantly, we went a goal down and we didn't let our heads drop, and we got back into it really quickly and ran out 5-1 winners in the end. Yes, West Ham were kind of partly to blame for their own downfall, especially later in the game as Alvarez got that second yellow. But as the old saying goes, you can only beat what's in front of you, right? And it's a thoroughly convincing 5-1 win. So I remember somebody before the game said in the chat, I think you're being disrespectful of our team by predicting Liverpool to win 2-1. It looks like I underplayed the scoreline. Right, let's have a look in on the man of the match poll as well. Remember, you guys get a chance to keep voting on this one. We've already had 1,760 votes, and it's a landslide so far, but do keep voting away. And again, that Google form is there for you to give us your player ratings if you so wish. It's pinned to the top of the chat. While we keep going and stay on for the player ratings, which are going to be coming up later, but we're going to stay on for the fourth round draw, I again want to take a second to say a massive thank you to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without them. So you could get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra featuring everything you can see on the screen there. The Shed travel bag, the Boxer Brief, the 2 liquid formulations, the Lawnmower 5.0, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, and everything on that screen there with 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. Use our code Anfield20 at checkout to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Whew, right, take a breath. Leichin McMantelpiece said, love the channel, Craig, keep it up. Thank you, bro, appreciate you. Benjamin said, I think West Ham are in trouble. Wonder what Hammers think of Moyes now. I really don't rate Lopetegui as a coach. I just don't. I was really surprised, Benjamin, when they gave him the job. I thought it was a stupid appointment, quite frankly. I know he's held some high-profile jobs, but I don't see it. I don't see it with him. I didn't see it at Wolves. I don't see it so far at West Ham. Yeah, and I think they're gonna end up sacking him. Would you ever do the overlap fan debate if asked? Of course. I will never be asked, but of course I would. Be nice to see be nice to see me get those opportunities. But yes, of course. I'd love to have a little debate with Gary Neville, Roy Keane and the lads. Do you think West Ham was supposed to get a penalty? For me, no, because the hand was in a natural position. Was this the Gomez one? If that was the case, then no. If it was the Costas one, still no. Costas one even less so because it hit off his stomach and then his arm. The Gomez one, again, I would say no. Hands were down by his side. You wouldn't get it in the Premier League. So no, I don't think it was a penalty. But I know we're all getting a little bit carried away at the minute because we beat West Ham 5-1. We need to bring ourselves back down to reality and remind ourselves that not everybody tonight is as fortunate as we are. Think of a little moment, just for a second, just think of those poor Mancs up there now in the Europa League, probably getting pissed on inside Old Trafford because, you know, waterfalls and all that. Just take a little moment just to think about them and their 1-1 draw against an Eredivisie outfit in the Europa League. Remember, the midfield that Gary Neville said was better than Liverpool's midfield. Let's not forget that. Held 1-1 by the mighty FC20, Eric Ten Hag's previous club, before Ajax, I think, as well. So yeah, it's good to see United have found their level there. You know, you can go and win 5-0, but it's all about making sure that you do it consistently, right? It's all very well and good going and beating some nobody 5-0 in the league cup, but you know, when you're up there against the mighty FC20 and you draw 1-1. Well, look, to be fair, last season they would have loved to draw in Europe, wouldn't they? They were too busy finishing bottom of a bang average Champions League group, making a holy show of the Premier League. But Thankfully, they'll probably find their level there now. And they can probably find their way into the top 24 in that Europa League group phase. Do you know what? In all honesty, jokes aside, I did take a little look at the Europa League, and it seems like it's a pretty weak Europa League this year. You know, Spurs and United should look at that. Well, not United after tonight, but Spurs should look at that and feel like there's a well, it's Spurs again, so I'm just waffling. Obviously, neither of those fucking useless showers are going to win at them. Was it an off day? Let me get this super chat up. Mahmood said, was it an off day with Bradley? Because I really rate him. I think, yes, Mahmood, it was an off day. But also, I think it's fair to say it's difficult for Gomez or Bradley or Costas to a lesser extent, certainly Kwanzaa, to be dropped in when they haven't played much this season. And us to expect them to be at their best. So it was shaky at the back at times tonight. I thought Kelleher deserves a mention. I thought he was, again, really solid. Made some big saves when he needed to. But yeah, look, Bradley will have better games than that. But also, it's another step in his development. Another bit of learning. It was a rough start, but we got the W. Much love. You beautiful hairless man. I'll take it. Christian, I'll take it, sir. And thank you, as always, for your support. That red card and third goal by Salah killed him. I agree. Ali Farad, I agree. Salah took that goal very well, by the way. It came at him quickly and he adjusted his body well and very quickly side-footed it into the roof of the net. I'm delighted, honestly. Curtis Jones, I think, is about to give the man of the match to Diogo Jota, who had a very good display as well, Diogo. Let's be honest about that. Scored 2 very good goals in the first half. And he was the man of the match on Sky anyway. But your Anfield Agenda man of the match poll is still open. Diogo Jota is currently in second place in your man of the match poll. So, again, if you want to give us your player ratings, remember there's a form at the top of the live chat now that you can click on to go across and give us your player ratings. And I will touch on them tomorrow night in the Late Night Agenda. I will give you some feedback from what you guys had to say on the game and what your player ratings were. So do keep an eye out for that tomorrow. Ruzba said, who are we playing in the next round? We don't know as of yet, bro. The draw is going to take place in a few minutes and we're going to stay on and bring it to you. So do stay with us, mate, and we will let you know exactly who we're playing. I'll take you through the ball numbers, actually. 1 second. That sounds a little bit crude, but I don't mean it to be. Right, so the ball numbers for the draw are Villa are number 1, Brentford number 2, Brighton and Hove Albion number 3, Chelsea will be number 4, Palace will be ball number 5, Leicester City ball number 6, Manchester City ball number 7, United will be ball number 8, Preston North End ball number 9, Sheffield Wednesday ball number 10, Southampton will be ball number 11, Stoke City ball number 12, Spurs number 13, Arsenal will be number 14, and Liverpool number 15. AFC, Wimbledon and Newcastle, I don't know when that's getting played actually. But yes, that's a rundown of all the ball numbers as well ahead of the draw. Do we know if it's home or away yet? No, we won't know till the draw, mate. We won't know. But we don't have too much longer to wait. Jota, a little comment from Diogo Jota said, the result will say it was so easy, but it was totally different. It was certainly. The scoreline does flatter us. I mean, I'll agree with that one. I think 5-1 is a flattering scoreline, but I'll take it. Do you know who didn't win 5-1? Manchester United, who drew 1-1 with FC Twente. It's important to remember, though, Ten Hag's the Messiah. He's doing you're a very good boy, Eric. Very good boy. You're doing a great job there, mate. Keeping everyone happy. United fans happy. Twente fans happy. Keeping us Liverpool fans happy. Ten Hag is doing great work. You know, he's bringing football fans together to laugh at United. Over and over again. What was that? We beat them. We did. We whooped them, yeah. 3-0, 7-0, 5-0. And the man's still in a job. He's still in a bloody job. How? Christian, thank you, mate, said Gakpo played magnificent today. Love his confidence on the ball. I said hairless because I can't use the baldy because YouTube doesn't let me. Oh yeah, I think that was I think we removed that as one of our words a while ago. But you know we always love to see it in, Christian, and thank you, mate, as always, for your kind words. Do you know who's also bald, Christian? Ten Hag. What was that? 1-1 against FC20, mate. 1-1, just in case you hadn't heard. What? Against FC20? Yeah, in the Europa League. 1-1. But they're the second most successful team in the last few years after Man City, according to Ten Lasso. It doesn't matter though. 1-1 in the Europa League. And 3-0 by us, and 5-0 by us, and 7-0 by us. Whooping, whooping, whooping. Mickey Mouse Cup, and back to the whoopings. Benjamin said, I will say this, I'll be devastated if we keep Alisson over Kelleher. Wow. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but Kelleher is by far the best young goalkeeper in the world. It'll be our biggest mistake. That's it's a big shout. It's a big shout. As much as I do love Kelleher, I think the future is going to be Mamardashvili, so I don't see how Kelleher's ever going to establish himself, unfortunately, because I do agree with you, he's brilliant, and he's very unlucky. But I guess what I would add into that, Benjamin, is I still can't believe nobody kicked our door down to throw money at us for Kelleher, because he's better than probably 12, maybe 13 of the Premier League keepers, and I'm surprised nobody wanted to bring him in. Let's take an extra moment and laugh at United, said Rusba. Okay, happy to do it, mate. Just because, you know, you sent your super chat in. What was that? 1-1, mate, against FC20. 1-1, yeah. At home, was it? Yeah. But the good news is there was no waterfalls at Old Trafford today that I'm aware of. So, you know, you can leave knowing that you don't need your lifeguard gear with you. Right, Curtis. Thank you, mate. Said, Craig, you reckon we need a better option at left back? Costas doesn't cut it, in my opinion. Few good moments to redeem himself, but all over too many errors. Yes, I agree. And I'm not trying to be a smart ass ratting towards Costas, but we can improve in that position. And also, if we're looking to this being the latter part of Andy Robertson's Liverpool career, I don't ever see a time where Costas is going to become the number one. And that's the reason why I think, yes, we could improve in that position. Chris Tatton Music said, how did Man United do? I don't know, mate. Let me just check the phone here for you, Chris. I don't really like to talk about United much. 1-1, Chris. 1-1. They managed to hold FC20 of the Eredivisie in the Europa League to 1-1 at Old Trafford. So, you know, a clear sign of Manchester United's development there under Eric Ten Hag after a mere 600 million spent. NF said, Darwin performance may have gone under the radar tonight. Great one-touch play and runs, making space for the other lads. More of that, please, Darwin. So I thought in the first half, him and Jota were battling for space, and I thought we looked more comfortable when we made the changes and went back into a system that we were more used to. What have we got? Benjamin said, if you think he's brilliant and British and calm, why does Kelleher give off a vibe of underrated? Well, firstly, he definitely is not British. He's Irish. Very much so. From the Fillet of Munster in County Cork, formerly a striker with Ringmahon Rangers. He's definitely Irish. And, you know, there's very few things that will poke a response from me, mate, on these things. But he's Irish, not British. Why does he give off a vibe of underrated? He does nothing wrong, doesn't flap and saves all. He's a great keeper. Absolutely a great keeper. But unfortunately for him, he's got, in my opinion, Benjamin, the best goalkeeper in the world there ahead of him. 7DVZE said, if we get a centre-back and a sixth in January, this team may win the Prem. Look, the chance is there, I think, mate, for somebody to really make a run at it this season. Manchester City have an ageing and injury-prone De Bruyne. Rodri now out for pretty much the whole season by the looks of it. They have the whole charges hanging over them and everything that entails as well. So, I think it's there for somebody, and why not us? As you've said, if we can bring in that number 6, I think even just that for this season would really help. I want a centre back as well, but that number 6 for me is the key piece that's missing. Whereas if Gravenberch's injured, we're screwed, because I don't think we have the personnel to go for a prolonged period playing the way Slot wants to without that other midfielder. David Massett, thank you David, said clever subs again tonight, saving legs. Yep, always good to see the substitutions made, because as you said, squad rotation, squad management is going to be key throughout the season. Stargirl said great win. People put lots of money for Man City to win and they could be relegated at the end of the season. The title is really between us and Arsenal. I'd love that. I would love a title race between us and Arsenal. That'd be great. Imagine that. Imagine being in a title race with a club that we can respect. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'd love a title race with Arsenal, because at least if you lost out to them, I'm speaking from my own perspective, I could congratulate them and actually mean it. And so it'd be lovely. Do you use Manscaped for the whole body? No, I use a Harry's razor for the head, and I use Manscaped for the pitch. And what was that? How do I get it? I get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with a discount code Anfield20. We love a game versus Forest, but Man United lose often, said Rob Dance. Or we lose a game versus Forest. Yes, we do. It's hard not to get carried away at times, isn't it? You know, you look at it and you think, we've played 7 games under Arne Slot. We've scored 15. We've conceded 3. We've won 6. Things are good, but we have had one of the easier starts. I think October is going to be a very difficult month for us. So if we can navigate our way through the October, November international breaks and get into the festive period in and around the top of the table, I think we can start dreaming about a potential challenge for the title then. Right, I'm going to end the man of the match poll because it's very clear who you guys have voted for. We've had over 3,800 votes, and with 61% of the vote, you guys have voted Cody Gakpo, your Anfield Agenda man of the match. But don't forget as well, you can give us your player ratings by clicking that link at the top of the chat, which will bring you to a Google form which you can fill out and give us your scores for the player ratings. Arsenal really take their name to heart. Okay, I don't really know where to go with that, Nebula, my friend, but thank you for your super chat, mate, and thank you for watching. Appreciate your support. I thought the draw was at 20 past, said Luke. Well played, Luke. Just in case you're wondering, Luke, while we're on the subject of FC20, and I don't like to talk about it, mate, but it did finish at Old Trafford tonight. Manchester United of the Europa League, second most successful club in the last couple of years, according to Eric Ten Lasso. Won FC20, who the fucker day of the Eredivisie. What? Say that again? 20 you say? Yes. 1-1. 1-1. Craig, I hear United drew 1-1. Again, I'm not sure about it, but I heard something along those lines, yeah. We're going to have the draw, by the way, very soon. Sky are doing the draw after an ad break, so we will be back. And again, I'm going to run you guys through the numbers in the draw, which club have which ball. So bear with me 1 second. Where's it gone? Where are you gone? There it is. Right, so the ball numbers for the draw are as follows. Aston Villa, ball number 1. Brentford will be ball number 2. Brighton and Hove Albion, ball number 3. Chelsea will be number 4. Crystal Palace, number 5. Leicester City, number 6. Manchester City, number 7. Manchester United, number 8, which, interestingly enough, is... I'm trying to link this to 1-1 somehow, but I'm struggling. Insert your own joke there. Preston North End, ball number 9. Sheffield Wednesday, ball number 10. Southampton will be ball number 11, which ironically is 1-1, which is the same score as United and FC20 at Old Trafford tonight. Southampton 11, Stoke 12, Spurs number 13, Arsenal number 14, Liverpool will be number 15, and Wimbledon or Newcastle will be ball number 16. So do keep an eye out for those. Of course, you want a home draw on these things as well. I heard FC20 fans got soaked. Now, Jack, be nice, mate. There hasn't been a waterfall at Old Trafford for weeks now, mate. Weeks. It's not. We're not here to be little Manchester United, mate. And don't go chasing waterfalls. Imagine talking about 2 billion spent in the stadium and all, and the fans are going to have to go to the game with armbands on and rubber duckies. Hope we get Southampton at Anfield. Any chance? My baller Tyler dribbling, I'll take it. So who's the lowest ranked team in there? Wimbledon probably. So that's who Man City are going to get anyway. Wimbledon away probably. We'll end up getting, I don't know, fucking Arsenal at the Emirates or something. Watch. I thought there were 20 numbers in the draws. No, just 16, Sarah. Just 16. I can see what you were thinking there with FC20. And actually bringing up the number 20 just popped into my head here out of nowhere. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it was 1-1 at Old Trafford tonight between Manchester United of the Europa League and FC20 of the Europa League. Did United draw 1-1 Lasso Entertainment on comedy? How dare you, sir? How dare you, Jack? Talk about the second most successful manager in the last 3 years in the Premier League in that way. How dare you, Jack? Don't you know he's won a couple of tin pot trophies, mate? It doesn't matter that he's been whooped 7-0, 5-0, 3-0. Doesn't matter. Put all that aside because, you know, they won 2 little trophies. Carabao Cup odds straight in there from Megasport. Manchester United are 20-1. Bada boom. Craig, why is Old Trafford Rihanna's favourite stadium? Because she can always use her umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh, eh. It's not very often you get to go to a football match and have a shower, you know, while you're there as well. Little bit of Lynx Africa under the old main stand there at Old Trafford. Little bit of Eric Ten Hag working his magic out there on the pitch, holding the mighty FC20 to 1-1. You know, that'll go on a CV, definitely. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Right, let's wait for this draw, which is about to take place. I'm going to take you through actually some of the results tonight in the other games that were on. 1 second. So, in the Europa League, it finished Alkmaar 3, Elfsborg 2. Porto lost 3-2 at Bodo Glimt. Anderlecht Ferencvaros 2-1. Lazio beat Dynamo Kiev 3-0. 1-1 Midtjylland Hoffenheim. Galatasaray beat PAOK by 3-1. Ludo Goretz were beaten 2-0 by Slavia Prague. Manchester United drew 1-1 with FC20. Nice 1, Real Sociedad 1. Barcelona won 1-0 against Getafe. Right, draws on their way. Brentford are the first team out of the draw. And will be playing against Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford, Sheffield Wednesday. Number 11, which is 1-1, which is the score United drew tonight against FC20. So Southampton are going to play Stoke. Southampton against Stoke. Was Old Trafford the lost city of Atlantis? Said Harry. Potentially. Rob Dantis. Number 13, out now, number 13. Which is Spurs. Seriously speaking, it would be better if United were stronger than City. It would. At least we could have some respect for them. So Spurs out. Number 7, who's that? Spurs against Man City. Spurs, Man City. That's an interesting tie. Number 16, Wimbledon or Newcastle. Against Chelsea. So, Wimbledon or Newcastle against Chelsea. Number 8, Manchester United. 1-1 draw tonight against FC Twente, by the way, just in case you missed that one. Against number 6, Leicester City. Leicester City there. Number 3, Brighton and Hove Albion. Against Liverpool. Away against Brighton. Tricky game, that one. Tricky game. Away at the Amex against Brighton. Number 9 is the next one out. Preston. At home at Deepdale. And they're going to be taking on, I believe, Arsenal. So Preston against Arsenal. And the last game out is Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. Some interesting ties there, and I'll take you through them all now in 1 second. Of course, my TV wants to turn off, so bear with me. So again, just to run you through that draw in 2 seconds. Liverpool drawn away against Brighton, if you haven't seen it in the League Cup. Leicester drew Manchester United. 1-1 draw tonight against FC Twente. Right, we're waiting for them to bring up the draw and then I'll take you guys through it all. Right, so here is the draw in its entirety. Brentford against Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton against Stoke. Spurs against Manchester City at the Spurs Stadium. AFC Wimbledon or Newcastle against Chelsea. United are going to take on Leicester. Brighton against us. We travel to the Amex. Preston against Arsenal. And Aston Villa against Palace. So there we go. Difficult enough game that for us. Brighton is never going to be an easy game. They always put in a good shift. So we're away at the Amex in the last 16. Obviously a place for the quarterfinal at stake. Again, a reminder, there'll be no replays or at with that one. But Liverpool are now officially into the 4th round after beating West Ham by 5-1. And we've been drawn away against Brighton at the Amex. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go record my player ratings and match reaction. Do keep an eye out for them dropping soon. I want to say a huge thank you to you all again for joining us tonight. Thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Just a reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. by using our discount code Anfield20 at checkout. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. So that is it from me. Keep an eye out for the player ratings video. And don't forget, you can vote for your player ratings by clicking on the link at the top of the live chat right there now. And I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be recording with David Lynch at 4 o'clock. That video should be up at about 5:30. Until then, much love, my friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.